Hey there, Tater Tots! Welcome to my brand new hardcore Let's Play in 1.19. Now, I've played hardcore before, but mainly in things like streaming or 100 days videos, that sort of thing. For this one, though, I'm using TheFatRat 5 Hardcore as a seed just to mix things up a little bit. That way you all can follow along at home if you'd like. Now, I have no idea how long I'm going... that's crazy. Look at that back there. Not something I like to see when I'm spawning into a hardcore world. Like I was saying, oh my goodness. I'm not sure how long I'm going to be able to survive in this world, but we'll see. We'll see. I've been pretty lucky in some of my hardcore things in the past, and I think as long as we keep it safe, look at those guys. They're on the prowl. As long as we keep it safe, hopefully we'll be able to last a little while. Obviously, the first thing that we're going to want to do is get our hands on some starter tools, and that means I need to play Mike Tyson's Punch-Out with with this tree right here. I think I'll win. We'll see. Okay, so now that we're all geared up, I think I have a little bit of an idea. Remember how he said we were going to play it safe? Yeah, I changed my mind. Oh, dodge and weave, dodge and weave. Stay away, stay away. Don't get me, don't get me, don't get me, don't get me. Oh, jeez, bad idea. This was a terrible idea. I don't know why I did this. I have no idea why I did this. I have no idea why I did this. Don't shoot me, don't shoot me. Ah! Okay, run away, run away, run away, run away, run away, run away. Run away. Oh, half a heart, half a heart. Keep going, keep going, keep running, keep running, keep running, keep running, keep running. Oh my goodness! Oh, this is bad. This is really bad. Take that egg. I'm at half a heart. I've got no food. Well, I've got some raw mutton, but that's not going to help me right now. Oh my goodness, let's get away. I know they're chasing me. I know they're chasing me. I know they're chasing me. Are they chasing me? They're still chasing me. Okay, guys, I think we're safe. Oh, that was crazy. I just ran from all the way over there. I don't think they chased me, but now we're at half a heart, and that is not good. We've got to figure out a food situation, and we've got to figure it out quickly. Okay, quick. How much? I've got this muffin. I've got a muffin. It's not a muffin. But I do have 8 cobblestone, and I've got my crafting table, so I can actually... We might be able to do something here. We might be able to do this. Okay, and I've got... Oh, this is going to work perfectly. Okay. So I'll put you there. I'll put you there. We can cook this up. Anything else we can kill while we're here? Any other? Polar bear. No, just stay away. Stay away, polar bear. This is not cool. That is not cool. This is so dangerous. I don't know why I decided to do this. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's eat this quickly. It's not going to help us right now. I mean, it helped a little bit. Okay, let's take this. Let's take this away, and we got to find some more food before this polar bear gets us. Okay, so if we look this way, there's a rabbit. There's no way I'm going to be able to catch a rabbit. Okay, I didn't get any meat from it. I really didn't think I'd be able to get the... These are supposed to be hard to kill. I mean, it works if we actually get food from them, which we're not lucky enough to do. So I think that's a baby. Oh, whoa, that's close. That was really close. Oh my goodness. Okay, let me find some chickens or something, and then hopefully we can actually heal up. I'm at half a heart still. This is terrible. Come here, rabbit. Come here. Oh, yes, I've got some food. I've got some food. Okay, so let's get away. Let's get away from the polar bear, and then let's cook up this rabbit. That might be enough to get us healing a little bit. I hate being on I can't believe we did this. I hate being on half a heart. You know, like a minute into the series. This is fantastic. Fantastic. Great job, Tater. Okay. Please, 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 please. That's enough. Oh, I won't be at half a heart at least. I mean, it's not going to be a lot, but at least I'm not going to get fall damage and, you know, ruin the series automatically. Let me get looking for some food right now, and then, yeah, I'll get right back with you. Okay. Oh no, I just realized night is approaching. Oh, we've got to get... I don't remember the last time that I actually had to, like, stay up in a little hidey hole through the night. This is terrible. This is not going well, guys. This is not going well at all. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Nothing. Nothing. Okay, let's dig. Let's dig a hole. We're going to dig it right here. Oh, perfect. We don't have anything. No. Ugh. I'm going to hide in this hole. I don't want you guys to have to deal with that, and I'll get back with you when it's morning, I guess. All right, daytime is coming. I took some time to, make myself a little home in this little hidey hole here. What I was able to do is a rabbit actually came up over here, and I was able to, get him just like that with my axe. So I did already cook it up, and this should get us healed up quite a bit more. So that was really nice. That was that was pretty awesome to get right off the bat. Okay, so I think we're good. I can come out here, and hopefully there's no bad guys waiting for me out here. No, we're fine. Okay, so I'm going to continue this. That food didn't even do that much for me. Oop, not that way. I'm going to continue to look around, see if I can find some food, and then we got to figure out a place where we're going to set up our starter base. I heard a cow. Where'd you go, buddy? I heard a cow. Where are you? Oh, there you. Oh, yes. We need you. Thank you for your sacrifice. Okay, so we'll hopefully have some more food here, and if I can. Oh, yes, we're gonna need a bed. I've got one wool, but I'm gonna need now one more, and we should be good to go there. One thing. So I used up all my wood. That's another thing that I'm gonna want to do is replenish a little bit of that, just like so. And just in case we don't get lucky with this kind of being in a taiga, spruce is my favorite wood, so I'll grab a couple of these saplings as well. All right, we're set up with some food, and another thing that I want to do, let's pick this up so that we don't forget it. All these resources are super valuable in the early game. Let's take this, and then I want to make a boat like so, because we've got an ocean here. And I just want to find a really good spot. I want to find a spot that has, a village, maybe a mountain nearby, that sort of thing. So I'm just going to hop in my boat just like so, and we're going to get going. I will get right back with you as soon as we find our forever home. Look at them, just so cute. I wish I could take them home with me, but I can't. Let's keep moving. Oh, that's really nice. Good source of gravel. Sweet. Ooh, village. That's a cool looking village. They've got like their own island. That's really cool. And I see mountains. I see village. Guys, I think we're home. So I've ransacked and looted this village, and you can see that I've got a villager behind me that's not too happy about me going around taking all of their things, but let me show you what I've gotten so far. I've taken this big house on top of the hill as my own for now, and that's going to change in this episode. But look what I've gotten. I've gotten 17 leather. That's huge. That's huge when we start talking about bookshelves and stuff like that. I've gotten a little bit of food. I found 2 golden apples on the way, which was pretty sweet. A little bit of iron. We're going to need some more of that, I'm sure. And that's about it. There wasn't a whole heck of a lot in here. But I think this is a really great start. Now, I do have a plan for a starter house that's going to be on this hill. We're going to get rid of this house. But what I need to do first is I need to get my hands on some materials. So is it behind me over there, or is it over there? Right behind me over there. I planted some trees, all of the spruce and the dark oak and stuff like that I found along the way trying to find this place. So I'm going to harvest some wood over there. It's going to take me a little while, but as soon as we're done, I'll get right back with you and we can go over our starter house for this world. So I've been hanging out over here in this village for a while, and these guys can't seem to understand that I've taken this hill for my own. They even sent security over here, and he's been eyeballing me this whole time. Anyway, so I've been working on the resource gathering for what will be our new starter house over here. Look at that guy. That's my house, dude. I don't know. I don't want to know what you... Anyway, as you can see, I have quite the tree farm going on over there. I did have to take a trip because the dark oak saplings that I got, they did grow into a tree, but then I got one sapling from that tree. So that obviously wasn't enough to make any more dark oak. But here's what we came out with. I've got 3, 4, and some change of dark oak logs, 2 and some change of birch, 3 and some change, almost 4 of spruce logs. That should be plenty for what we're trying to do. I have planned this out in creative, so I'll be, going back and forth in that. But the first thing that we need to do is we need to get rid of this right here. There we go. Much better. See, it's gone. And so I've packed it up nice and neatly into this chest right here. We moved our bed out and everything. So we should be good to go, I think. I may need to do a little bit of terraforming while I'm building, but let me give this a shot, at least for the exterior real quick. And man, I hope I don't mess this up too bad. Guys, I was building. Yeah, it's almost done on the outside. We'll get to that in a minute. So this cat right here, I kept seeing it. It kept kind of getting in the way while I was building. This reminds me of a cat that I had growing up named Roy. So what we're going to do is... There we go. Come on, please. Yes. How's it going, Roy? How are you? Oh, man, we're going to be best friends. As soon as oh, geez, it's raining out here. Come with me. Okay, good. Come with me still. We got to figure out how to get back up here to the house. I've got to finish out the interior, and then I think that's going to be a fantastic place for the two of us to live, Roy. You're going to love it. And there we are, ladies and gentlemen. It's got some work to do, some detailing. I haven't done that much on the inside, but let's get into free cam real quick, and I can show you what we've done here. So I've got the watchtower, which makes sense because we're kind of protecting this city. And I'll show you what that looks like from up there here pretty soon. I've got the windows in. What I need to do is I need to get some bushes and plants and stuff to be able to detail the outside a little bit more. And let me show you what we've done on the inside. If we come right in here, and we've continued to have a villager problem, so we're going to have to do something about that eventually. But this is the inside here. Let me pick up the trash. I think it's fine. It's fine, especially for a starter house. This is a main room. And then what I'm thinking, here, let's go look up at the tower first. So if we come up here, you can see for miles around. So imagine if we had a raid, if we had a pillager raid, this would be like a really cool spot to be able to, you know, organize forces if the villagers could actually defend themselves. But I like how this is turning out, and I used one of my pumpkins for some lighting up there. If we go back down, what I'm thinking is I don't know if I want this to be my main storage area. I'm thinking like a bed and, you know, a little bit of interior decoration. But then I'm thinking eventually we'll, you know, dig out a basement here, and that's what I'll use for my storage. Don't mind if I do. So I have very limited resources right now, but there are a couple of things that we can do just to kind of spruce it up a little bit. Just a tad. We don't need a ton. Let's put this here, and then I've got a little bit of bone meal just to keep collecting it as I go. We can't plant it there, but I'm just going to keep doing this kind of along the outside a little bit, along the outside. There, look at that. It's amazing what like a little bit of bushes and flowers can do to the exterior of a build. And then if we come in here, there's still a lot. Hey, Roy, how's it going? Here, have a fish. Good boy. Okay, so there's still a lot to be done as far as the interior, like I said. Hey there, Tater Tots. Welcome back to my Minecraft Hardcore episode on 119. You may notice something a little bit different right off the bat that I've done in between episodes. You see this barrier wall behind me? So I talked about before how it was getting kind of annoying having all the villagers in my house all the time. So I did something about that. I added this kind of wall. Actually, you know what? Let's go into the free cam mode and I'll be able to show you better. There, now as you can see, we added kind of this wall, this barrier thing all the way around the hill where my starter house is, and this has done an excellent job at keeping those pesky villagers out. It's been really good. Plus, it'll keep any mobs out that, spawn on this island. Speaking of which, it's our job to protect this island, right? We're the lords of the island. We got the house on the hill and everything. So we're going to have to do some things to increase the defenses on this island. And not just that, we need to improve the village overall. And that's what we're going to be working on in this episode. So I'm thinking we can have an actual bridge that separates. Maybe we'll get rid of those houses over there and kind of contain the villagers on this island. Because that right there, that's the only connection that we have from the land over there to the island itself. So there's already a little bit of a bridge, but we might want to do something about that. Another thing is I was thinking like a wall. A wall would be really good for enhancing the protections. And another thing that I noticed is there's a complete lack of any sort of livestock here on the island in this village. So we should do something about that as well. Maybe get some cows and sheep and that sort of thing. I think it would really do a lot to spruce things up. So with that, I think we can go on our first real adventure in this series to go try to find some cows and whatnot. But before we do that, I did want to just ask a little bit of a favor, just a little bit of a favor. And that this villager is... Thank you, sir. Anyway, so my favor is can you just do me a favor, like I said, and tell one friend, just one friend, about this series or about my channel? That would be so helpful. The number one way that we grow on this channel is by word of mouth. It's by you all pointing other people towards my channel and towards my content. So if you could just tell one person, you know, it might be someone at work or someone at school saying, oh, I'm bored. And you can say, hey, have you checked out Tater Vader 5 yet? That would be so cool, and I would be so much appreciated. Hi, Roy. We're just gearing up to go on an adventure. That's right. Here, actually, let me see. I need some wheat. And here you go, buddy. This is all for you, Roy. Oh, good kitty. Someone tell me how it is that I don't have leads yet. Oh, my goodness. This is so painful. Come on, come on. All right, sheep down. Now let's go get some cows. And cows done too. There were a ton of them right up there on that hill, so that made things very easy. Now these are not going to be the permanent homes for these guys. In fact, I'll breed you guys up. So we're going to, because again, I don't want any of, oh, thank you. I don't want any of this kind of stuff on this side, you know, on the land side, not on the island side. So we're going to have to find some solution for the livestock over there. But for now, I'm just glad we got these guys gathered. Now, the next thing we want to do, and hey, Roy, how's it going? How's it going? Yes, we're going to be working in here for a little bit. So, as you can see, this is my storage corner. This is my sleeping corner. This is my, you know, crafting and smelting corner. And this is all terrible, absolutely terrible. So, what I want to do is I actually want to talk about what we mentioned in the last episode, and that's building out a little bit of a basement here. So I think I want to continue this stairwell going down into the basement, because another thing is I want to build a pen for our new cows and sheep, and I want to do that with stone, as well as a wall around, you know, around the island here. And I need a lot of stone for that, so this is kind of two birds with one stone. Let me get this dug out right here, and I'll get right back with you. So I may have gone a wee bit overboard on this room. It's pretty big. So we're going to have plenty of storage. I don't think storage will be a problem. And I was just thinking about it. What if we put like a mine right here? Because we definitely, like, I've got this that I got out of a chest, and I think I've got 2 pieces of iron upstairs. Like right... yes, there we go. 2 iron ingots right there. So we're going to need some more gear here pretty soon, because digging with stone tools and working with stone tools is not fun. So anyway, the next time you see this area, it's going to be filled with chests and decorated and won't look like just a hole in the ground. And if that's not a transformation, I don't know what is. Take a look at what we've done. So as you can see, I've added a lot of storage down here in the basement. This is where our mine's going to be. That's the direction that I said we wanted to do it. I've labeled a little bit of this and even started organizing. Obviously, we've got a lot of dirt there, stone, wood, food, tools, miscellaneous, etc. This is my little workstation here. So obviously, furnace and crafting bench. I've got a little bit of lighting hidden back there, which is nice. I wanted to add a little bit of decoration, and then a little hidden stone cutter down there that you can barely see. I really like how this basement turned out, especially for a starter house, right? But wait, there's more. If we come right up here, you can see this area. Look, actually, let me take you in through the front door. That's the best way to look at these sorts of things. So if we come in, you're greeted by Roy. Hey, Roy, how's it going? I've got no fish for you. We got to get some more fish. Roy is hanging out underneath his little ficus here. I don't know. I think it makes him feel like a tiger or something like that. Anyway, moving along. Here's our bed. I just did a little bit of decoration. Yeah, that is what it is. Here's a little writing desk where I can look out the window at that mountain over there. Very picturesque view. And I put an oxeye daisy over there. If you've been watching my ultra hardcore series, my stream only series, you know what that's all about. And then a little bit of a, workstation over here as well, with a little bit of storage, crafting bench, and what have you. But with that, as you can see, we're still hurting with these stone tools here. So I'm going to do an hour's worth of mining. I'm just going to go down in that direction right there. Do we have any extra tools? No. So I need to make sure I have plenty of wood with me. That should be fine. And some sticks, never hurt. And let's take a stack of cobble. Okay, I'm going to go mining for exactly 1 hour, or close enough to it anyway. And I'll show you what we came up with. Okay, we mined for a whole hour, and let me show you what we've got. The main thing that I wanted to get in here was stone, because of one of our next projects when we want to build that wall. But we also got plenty, I added ores here, by the way. We also got plenty of ores. Copper, I think I have an idea of something that we can do with the copper. But this main thing, we got 33 iron, and that's going to help so much in upgrading our tools and maybe getting some actual armor on us. And while we're waiting for that to smelt up, there's one more thing I wanted to show you. I did a little bit of decoration. It could use some more work, but a little bit of decoration for the entrance of our mine right here. And you'll see that I also added stairs going all the way down. So there we've got a full set of armor. Let's make a pick. Let's make an axe. And I have 3 left. I could make a shovel, but what I really want, what I've been missing this whole time, is a bucket. And let me show you why. With this bucket, I'll be able to go all the way down here, and I put a chest here. This chest isn't, I mean, we can store some things in it, but the main thing that I want to do is waterlog it. So then I can come all the way up to our tower. Look at that beautiful sun. Actually, let's do this real quick. Oh, man. And I love shaders in Minecraft. Wait for it to load in. Man, that looks good. Anyway, back to what I was saying. So we can now... You see right down there, that's our waterlogged chest. I can go like this. Ready? Ah! And be just fine. It's a quick way to get all the way from the top to the bottom. Let's turn these shaders off. So now that we've done that, ooh, it's nighttime. Hey, Roy, how's it going? Yes. Okay, let's sleep real quick. And then what I want to do is I want to hop straight into a time lapse of us improving this village. On your mark. Get set. Go. And that took quite a long time to do, and I actually burned through, I think, all of the copper, or close to it, all that copper that we mined earlier. Copper is one of those funny things where you get a lot of it when you mine, but you burn through a ton of it when you're actually using it to build. One thing that I'm really excited to show you guys actually is the gateways, the gates that we made for our village. So right, we put this wall all the way around, but we actually built some really cool gates right behind me. Here, let me switch perspectives. So here you go. This is the gate to go out, right? And this is what it looks like from the outside. I tried to incorporate some of the copper in here. I've never really built with copper before, so it was something that I really wanted to try to do with this village, and I am loving the way this is going. Right now, all of our villagers are protected, and what I've done is I've also lit up the entire village on the inside of the wall, so there should be no mobs attacking us or the villagers at all. So our iron golem up there, he's gonna have a better time from now on. Now there's 2 more things that I want to do in this episode. One of them is I need to find a place to put those guys over there. I don't like them being like, so eventually we're gonna tear all that down. That's probably not happening today, but I do want all of our livestock to have a place to live in here. I'm thinking over here. I'll do some sort of animal pens right here. I think this is a good spot. 2 more things. You may have noticed I walked down this little pathway here. I carved this out of the mountain just as an easy way to come straight out the gate, just like so. And actually, it's off by 1 block. That's going to irritate me, and I have to fix that. But anyway, I want to improve this little tunnel that we have going on here. And then finally, because we're going to be working with villagers more and more often, I want to have a little bit more of a crop farm than just that little guy right there. I think I'm going to tear that down and recreate it somewhere else. I haven't quite decided where yet, but yeah, maybe actually this whole area right here might be really good. Anyway, let me get to work, mining and crafting, and I will get right back with you guys. Come on, follow me, guys. Follow me. We can do it. We can do it. I'm going to show you your new home. It's much better than that one out there. Man, that one out there was terrible. Yeah, single file, single file. Don't bunch up at the door. Come on. Come on. We can make it. We can make it in. Okay, you two. Oh, you guys are difficult. Okay, your turn. Let's go. Let's go. Here, I'll get you all freed up. Follow right this way, guys. Right this way. Perfect. Perfect. Don't get caught up on the door. Don't get caught up. Come on. Hey, why? Whew, whew. What do you think, guys? This would have been so much easier. This would have been so much easier if I'd have just moved 2 of them, you know, killed the other ones and moved 2 and then just focus on breeding them. But here we are. Here we are. We've got them in there. I'll get them all bred up so that we can get more of them. One thing that I really like, I put these walls down because what that'll do is the sheep can't eat the grass underneath those walls. So we'll always have some grass in here to kind of spread so that the sheep can just keep eating and keep getting wool and all that. And here we are with our little tunnel going up. I kind of like how it turned out. I'm not sure if this is going to be the final form of it, but for now, I think it definitely works. I tried to do some... oh, by the way, I did line it up. It's lined up perfectly with the gate now. So I know several of you were probably worried about that. I was kind of worried about it as well. Did a little bit of detailing on the outside, and I went with kind of the typical what you would see in a village. Usually they do it with like wool, different colors of wool, alternating pattern. I don't know. I kind of like it. I think we're just going to have to see if it ties in with the other things that we end up doing with improvements to the village. But for now, I think it's definitely good enough. Really? Where were you when I was trying to move the cows and sheep? So something we learned while we were going through this exercise is 1, villagers are terrible when you're trying to grow crops. 2, a teeny tiny villager farm is not enough to try to fill this whole area with crops. This whole thing took me like a day of just going around harvesting, planting, harvesting, planting, harvesting, planting. You get the picture. But I am loving the way that this island is turning out. I really, really like it. I just need to figure out something to do with these villagers. And I'm thinking kind of like what I've done in the past with having individual buildings for the different occupations of villagers, but I'm getting way ahead of myself. Another thing that this forced me to do, as you can see, is I wanted to kind of figure out the paths. How are we getting around in this village? Hello, villagers. They're trying to chase their stray cat. So I've got this path that goes all the way around the inside of the wall there. And you've already seen the tunnel that I made going up to the upper layers. I think that's going to work out really well. Hey there, Tater Tots! Welcome back to another episode on our Minecraft 1.19 The Wild Update Hardcore series. Today's episode is all about villagers. We're going to build a villager breeder with the 2 villagers that are trapped in this house right behind me. You see one of them trying to escape right now. And villagers, of course, are great for all sorts of things like trading and getting experience. And, well, they're just severely overpowered. But that's okay, because they're also a game mechanic that I am ready and willing to exploit for good content. And because I really don't want to have to move these guys, I don't have access to, mine carts and rails and that sort of thing. Really, all I have is a boat. I think I want to make the villager breeder under here, under the ground. The main reason for that is my automatic villager breeder, it's also overpowered. We'll just say that. And to be honest, I really don't want to have to hear them the same way that I'm hearing all of these sheep and cows. So to start us out, I'm going to do a little bit of digging underneath just to get enough space to build this villager breeder, and then I'll get right back with you. There there. Now it's all dug out and mostly set up. But here, before we go down there, I just got to tell you, this is a very rudimentary design. It's not pretty whatsoever, but no one is ever going to see this after we set it up. With that out of the way, if we go down here, we've got this little fancy stairwell, decorative stairwell coming down. And this is going to be the villager breeder. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn all of this into farmland and grow a bunch of carrots. But the first thing that we need to do before we do that is we need to bring down these villagers. So I believe they're right above me right now or so. Maybe not that one. Okay, let me find these guys and then we'll bring them down. Here we go, guys. Come on. Come on. Come on down. Come on down. You can do it. Okay. We can deal with this. We can definitely deal with this. It doesn't help that the water is pushing me. It's making it considerably more difficult. Okay, so are you going to land? Should be fine. Should be fine. What's a villager? Okay, good, good, good. We've got 1 and 2. Awesome. Now we'll just plant some carrots to get these guys started. Head out, and in no time, we should have some baby villagers. Now the output to this, where we're going to actually get the villagers from, is in this little house up here. If we go down here, down this little tunnel, all the way to the end, you can see we've already got a baby villager. That's awesome. I did give them the rest of the carrots that I had in my inventory. The only problem is we have no way of getting them out from here because I am out of iron, completely out of iron. Luckily, there was something that I actually saw when I was mining in the last video that I kind of wanted to show you. It could be fun. If we go right in here down to the... Hey, Roy, how's it going? Oh, good kitty. Okay, so if we go right down here to our mines, open these bad boys up, and, geez, it feels like we're spending all day today in tunnels. But if we make it to the bottom eventually, you will see something that I'm pretty sure we're not ready for yet. That bad boy right there. Yep, we've got a mine shaft. Let's do this. Ooh, iron. That's a good thing to find right off the bat. Let's take it. And actually, while we're here, something that I haven't done at all. Here, let's block this off. I don't need any surprises. Let's make... Well, first, let's see if Tater can remember how to make it. Yes, let's make a shield. Oh my goodness. How did I forget to put my armor on? This isn't going to go well. Okay, what can we find here? Let's oh, nice. A minecart chest thing. Okay, so let's block this off so that, you know, the bad guys can't get us. Let's light it up in here and see what we got. More food, we'll take that. Plenty of rails. That's pretty awesome. A name tag. You know what we're going to do with that bad boy. Alrighty then. Here, I'll take this too while I'm at it. And let's keep looking. Our first redstone, that's pretty sweet. Ooh, lapis. That'll come in handy. Okay, what do we have up here? Ooh, geez, that's not a good thing for us to find. That is, oh my goodness. Okay, how do we do this? How do we do this? Let's light it up right there. Hopefully that'll help to keep it from spawning as many. Oh my goodness. Well, we've got to disable this thing. Because I don't want these guys to... Oh, jeez. Oh, no. 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 Get away. Get away. Get away. Get away. Get away. Oh, there's not more, are there? Oh, man. This is bad. Really bad. Please don't die. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Gonna do okay. Gonna do okay. Heal up. Heal up. Oh, I knew this was a bad idea. Okay, so I've got that one cleared out. Let's keep going, see what's over here. Goodness gracious, we've got to light this place up. Okay, got that one. Nice. Around here. Oh, no, no. Oh, no, there's 2 spawners. There's 2 spawners there, guys. I saw one on each side. I don't know if you guys saw it. Oh, that was crazy. How am I possibly going to be able to disable those? We're all healed up. I'm going to block one off, and then we'll take it from there. Are you ready? We're going to rush in, and we'll block off this side. Ready? Good to go. Okay. So now, light up as much as we can. Oh, they're coming. They're coming. They're coming. They're coming. Run away. Run away. Run away. Got him. Oh, good. Good, 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 good. Oh, there's a creeper right there. What the heck am I supposed to do with the creeper? You can do it. Here, come chase me. Come chase me. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. Well, that happened. Okay, so this is good. I'm just gonna stay safe there. And now I think we're okay to try to tackle the next one. Okay, got rid of those ones. Next. Come up here. No. The next one's right there. Oh, there's a lot of them. I can't hit them. At least they're hanging out on the top. That's nice. Nice. All right, guys, look at this. I've got them both cleared up, and I think these are they're definitely within distance. We might be able to do a double spider spawner. Here, let me see. I think it's 16 away, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So that's 16 right there. Oh yeah, definitely enough space. Okay guys, I know we were supposed to be doing a ton of stuff with villagers today, but I just cannot pass this up. So if you look, we've gotten actually quite a bit. I had to replace a couple of tools, so we got a lot of iron, more iron than I was expecting for sure. A lot of rail as well as some other ores. You know, we have a lot of lapis, redstone, that sort of thing. Ooh, even some gold. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to see if I can figure out my way back out of here, go drop off this stuff, and I think I want to be... Is this one? No, there's no way this is close enough. All right, I'll test it. Let's do this. I'm going to go drop off this stuff and get prepared to build apparently a cave spider spawner. You know, I've never actually built a cave spider spawner before. Is this the way? Yes, this is it. Nice. That's actually not far at all. Okay, let me drop this stuff off and then we'll be right back. Oh, very nice. We're going to have to find another friend. So I'm just digging this out and it appears as though we've got a bogey. All right, let's do it. Let's light it up so nothing else spawns. So, boom. Aye. Well, that's one way to do it. In case anyone was wondering, I think I got stuck. Yep, I got stuck in a cobweb. We've got it all dug out on both sides. And one way that you can tell, kind of a cheaty way, whether, you know, being in the center, you can activate both spawners at the same time, is you can actually see them spinning if they're activated. So you can count it 16 blocks away. But once you start to get like diagonals and stuff like that, that can get difficult. Just look at the spawners and make sure that, make sure that they're both spinning and you should be good to go. Yeah, look what we found. I was digging up some iron ore and look at this, our first diamonds. I wanted to wait until you could be here to share in this moment with me. Look at that. Oh, and it's an 8 vein. Now we are rich. Oh man, guys, I was just digging this out and another one. Seriously? Wait a second, guys. I'm so excited. I just did the math and I think we can hit all 3 of these spawners at the same time. I might have to spend some time engineering how that's going to work, but oh man, is that worth it. We got it done, guys. We got it done, and oh boy, was it tough. Let me show you what we did. So here you can see there is spawner number 1, spawner number 2, and spawner number 3. It was really difficult finding a spot where all 3 of them are activated, and honestly, where we're standing down there is, or where we would be standing if we were swiping at them, is pretty much it. The second challenge was figuring out how to funnel all of them. So cave spiders are significantly more difficult to move than, you know, things like skeletons and zombies, that sort of thing. So I came up with this idea of having a trough down the middle. I know there are probably some tutorials that do similar things, but it was doubly challenging because I had to deal with this guy up here and then also leave an area for this guy down here. So that's basically what we've done here is they're all funneling into here. They're actually doing a really good job. I was surprised at how well it worked out. The experience that you get from this right there is pretty awesome. That's just from like 2 times of, you know, swapping at spiders for a couple of minutes. Like it's pretty quick. So that'll be really nice once we get to things like enchanting. After a day of hard work, I can't think of anything better that I'd like to do than just sit out here amongst the oceans, rivers, lakes, whatever waterway this is, waves, and just do some nice, relaxing fishing. And let's take the spoils of our fishing expedition and give it to Roy. Here you go, Roy. Oh, such a good kitty. And you know what? I think it's time. Let's make this official. And there. Oh, Roy, you're such a great companion in this lonely, lonely world. Hey there, Tater Tots! Welcome back to another episode on our Minecraft 1.19 Hardcore series. And boy, do we have a show for you. To make things easier, we've made a little bit of a to-do list down in the base. If we go right in here, good morning, Roy. Here you go. Good kitty. Okay, so if we go right down here, you'll see I've made this board right here, and I actually stored some extra birch signs in here. So let's go over the things that I plan on doing in this episode. Explore the base area, create some houses for our villagers, and get some better gear. Before we get into all that though, I wanted to thank you all so much for all the support that you've been giving this channel and this series so far. It's been so much fun to do, so thank you once again. So with that, it is time to head out, hop in our boat, and do some exploring. And what better way to explore than to hop into our trusty old boat over here and check out the area. Ooh, look over here. It's a plains area. This will be really cool if we want to end up getting some horses or something like that in the future. Look at this. It's almost like a pirate's cove. I wonder if we should build a ship at some point. There's our tree farm. And if you look over there, that looks like a cool cave inside that mountain. Hey look, there's another village and it's actually not even that far from our base. Out of all of those things though, I'm looking forward to some cave exploration. Now exploring random caves in hardcore Minecraft is a pretty dangerous thing to do, so we've got to be extra careful on the directions that we go and just making sure that we stay safe. Okay, so let's head down. We're going to want to make sure that we bring lots of coal for torches. That's one thing that's super important as you're going through caves, is just to make sure that you're lighting them up as you go. Ooh, more iron. I can always use that. Oh man, guys. It's another abandoned mine shaft. And I can already hear a skeleton. Nice, a chest. What do we got? Thorns 3? I mean, it's something, right? Sweet, another chest. Redstone? Oh, an activator rail. I wish it was a powered rail. I really need... Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Oh, get away. Get away. Get away. Get away. Get away. Ugh. No. Get. Oh, I thought I dealt with all of you guys. Oh, jeez. Get. Gotcha. Get. Gotcha. Get. Gotcha. Woo. Did I get arrows? I actually need arrows. Oh, jeez. Oh, no, another one. Oh, thank goodness for shields. Okay, so we made it out, and we actually got some goodies. Take a look at this. We got plenty of iron, way more than we had before. I actually found a diamond down there, which was pretty awesome. And then gold. And gold is going to be one of the most important things for the next thing that we're doing in this episode. Oh, look at you guys. Just hopping around like you don't have a care in the world. I took some of the gold that we found to make this awesome powered rail system so that we can actually transport some villagers. And right up here, I dug out a little area. I'm thinking this is where we can do the whole zombification curing thing for our villagers, but probably not right off the bat because we haven't gone to the nether yet. So I'm thinking the main buildings that we need for the villagers, at least off the bat, are we need a little house for the farmers to live in, and then another one for blacksmiths. So I took the liberty of checking out this area right here, and I'm not sure which one will go here, but I think if we've got enough space, then the farmhouse that I designed should fit here. It's a little bit bigger than this. I'm going to have to clear a little bit, but that's okay. And the second house can be right down here. So it just depends on which one fits where. I'm going to have to figure that out. Okay, so it has been decided. This is going to be the blacksmith shop where we're going to have an armorer, weaponsmith, and toolsmith right over here. And then down here is going to be the farmhouse where I'm keeping the farmers. Now these will, recess into the hill, both of them actually. So we're maximizing the amount of space that we have around here. And I think this is going to be really good. With that, time to get to work. Okay, so we are just about done with our blacksmith shop here. Let me show you around. I had to modify the blacksmith shop. This is basically the same build, but I had to modify it a little bit from what we had on Tater's World. By the way, if you haven't watched Tater's World, it's right there on the channel. So I moved the gate over here, and I moved the workstations around just a little bit. The main thing is I didn't want them to be able to get out. That was the primary thing here. And then you've just got their beds in here so that they can go to sleep at night. This isn't like a normal villager trading hall where you just, trap them right next to their workstation and they're stuck there. This is actually like a working area where they can come in and they're working on their workstations at night. They can be like, oh man, I'm tired. They can come in here and go to sleep. It's like a little home for them. They're just, trapped and can't get out. Sort of like a prison. Now, I made a little change in the plans here for where we're going to put the farmhouse. Originally, I wanted it to be right here, but I didn't want it to be that close to the blacksmith shop. So instead, I cleared out some area down here, and this is where it's going to go. This will be the front of it right here, and I think we can connect it really nicely to our path that goes around, like our perimeter path that goes around the village. So yeah, tell me what you think in the comments. By the time you comment, and I will have read it. By the way, I do read every comment that comes in. I will have already built it, but aside from that, sure, go ahead and leave a comment anyway. It helps the channel. And there we are. We've got our little farmhouse, and it's great. I worked on some paths here. Let me show you. So we've got this one right here that just goes straight to our perimeter path like we were talking about. And if we go inside, you'll see that unlike the other villager house, this one will trap them in their workstations, doesn't have a place for them to sleep or anything like that, but they're farmers, up at the crack of dawn and all that. And the path continues around here to the other villager house that we already created for our blacksmith and all that stuff. All that's left, is moving those villagers. So because I didn't want to do some elaborate rail system, what I did was I put a couple of boats right here in front of the door, just hoping that our villagers will go in them. And then what we can do is just, sail our boats, or row our boats, I suppose, all the way down here, and they'll be safe if we land there. I'm hoping, oh geez, fingers crossed, that when I break the boats, they're going to see these workstations and be like, oh, cool, this is where I belong. And then I'll be able to close the gate and they'll be in here forever. So let's head on down here for our maiden voyage. I have not tested this, so that usually means it's going to go terribly wrong. Okay, so here we go. Let's put that there. Nothing. Okay. Try again. Nothing. Hey, there we go. We've got our first villager. Now get upstairs so that I can put you in a prison cell for the rest of your life. Okay, here we go. Come on, cross your fingers, guys. Cross your fingers. Okay, go out, get in a boat. That works. Hey, row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Fall down and hopefully you'll find your workstation. I'm a poet and I didn't know it. Here, you know what? Just to be safe, I'm going to make a little bit of a guardrail here. There we go. Now you have no choice but to go find your workstations. Are you ready? Let's try it. Well, that was easy. Okay, 3 down, but those were the easy ones because I've got to figure out how to get, 5, 6 not nine villagers inside of these composters, and that's going to be considerably more difficult. That, ladies and gentlemen, took me probably a little bit over an hour to do, but I am happy to report we have got a ton of farmer villagers happily in their composters, and they can't get out because I put these slabs over their head. Thank you, but now it's time to get some emeralds and start trading with these guys. Now, once again, I'm unfortunately not able to, zombify and cure that was not a good idea. Zombify and cure these villagers before we trade with them, just because we haven't gone to the nether yet. Actually, that's a good thing for us to do in the next episode. Nom 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 nom. And with a ton of planting, growing, and trading, and the power of editing, here we are in all diamond armor. Now, it's not the best stuff, okay? This is just what I was able to get from these guys that are hiding in their little house behind me. But there is something that I want to do now that I think can help us out. I just happen to have been saving all of my leather from the cows to make some bookshelves so that we can get an enchanting setup. And if you know anything about me, you know that I like to have my enchanting room right next to my experience farm. So I made a little area down here. This is my cave spider spawner experience farm right there. I made this area, and I haven't done a whole lot of L-shaped enchanting rooms, so I think that's what I want to do right here. And just like that, there it is. We've got everything we need. Quiet down, spiders. We've got everything we need. We've got an anvil, a grindstone, a little bit of storage. I'll clean that up later. I think this is working really good. Ooh, and even best, look at this. Mending for 12. Don't mind if I do. Thank you very much. Now, I'm not going to make you guys sit and watch me go through the enchanting process like I usually do. I'll probably do that in between episodes, but I'll be sure to catch you up in the next one for sure. Now, I've got a lot of work to do in this world. Oh, Roy, I forgot about you. Here you go, Roy. Good boy. But like I was saying, I am loving all the things that we've done so far in this base. And actually, I've got a favor to ask of you. So if you can think of a name, we need a name for this base, for this island, village thing, monstrosity that we've got going on here. I need help with a name, and I think you are the best ones to give it to me. Hey there, Tater Tots! Welcome back to another episode on our Minecraft 1.19 The Wild Update Hardcore series. You may be asking yourself, what am I doing standing here on this contraption? Well, if anybody isn't aware, and I think you all are, I am aging some copper because in this episode, it is all about the nether. Now, I know that probably didn't make too much sense, but before I get into the plans for this episode, I definitely want to say thank you and welcome to all the new members. For whatever reason, who knows why, YouTube decided that they wanted to push my series here and push my channel this last week, and we've gotten a ton of new Tater Tots. So once again, I want to say welcome, and I'm really glad you're here. Now back to the plans for this episode. The reason that I'm aging all this copper is because we are going into the nether. And I know what you're saying, but Tater, you don't need copper to go into the nether. You're absolutely right. But what I'd like to do is have some sort of nether portal tower, maybe on top of that hill behind me, who knows? And for that, I really want to use some oxidized copper. Ooh, we've got some going. And in between episodes, like I said I was going to do, I spent 2 days, 2 days working on getting, the best possible gear that we could get at this stage. And I think it's gone really well. I'm really happy with what we came up with. I think it's going to help a lot, especially as we go into the nether. So I asked in the last episode if you guys had any ideas for names for our little island here. And I got some responses. I got some really good suggestions. I got things like Point Defiance, Island of Dr. Tater, River County, and Tatertopia. All awesome names. I'm going to have to think about it, but stay tuned because later in this episode, I'll be making a choice out of those. Hey Roy, good morning. Nice fresh day outside here. I think you deserve. Ooh, we're actually a fancy feast this morning. Here's a salmon. Okay, so one thing that I forgot to do before we head into the nether is I need some gold and a hat just like that. Now, I want to get this thing enchanted with some fire protection, so I'll get right back with you. So as I said, I think I want to put our portal tower right up here at the top of this hill. Yep, this is the perfect spot right here. Let me build a portal. Okay, so you see I've got my sunglasses here to help protect me from the nether. And I believe, yes, I've got a flint and steel ready to go. Oh man, guys, this is it. Wish me luck. Okay, here we are. We're in the nether. Oh, I can think of some worse places for sure. So I guess we just pick a direction and start going. So yeah, let's get this. There's no, I don't see any piglins around, so they shouldn't be too upset about it. Okay. That's not a good direction to go. Okay, so I guess I'll take this and I'll just start mining. I'm gonna need these blocks anyway, so I may as well get them on my hotbar ready to go. All right, I will let you know when we find something interesting. It's a swing in my pickaxe. Oh, jeez. Oh, nice. Look at that. We've got a nether fortress. That's one of the things that we're looking to find. In case I haven't gone over it with you, we're looking for some warped stems, some blaze rods, some soul sand, some of those blue mushrooms, and maybe some nylium. So I've been collecting this quartz. I don't have anything in mind yet to build with it, but you know, it's one of those things where you always pick it up because you never know when you're going to want it. Oh, go. Hide. They want to get me. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Run away. Woo. Okay, we are here. We made it to the fortress. Goodness gracious, this is so dangerous. Okay. Look around. Oh, jeez. Oh, bad guys right off the bat. Oh, okay. Get him. Okay, get him. Oh, I'm on fire. Oh, and there's more. Okay. Woo. Get back. Oh, there's too many. Oh, shield. I gotta remember to use my shield, guys. Okay, so we've got some blaze rods. That's good. Okay, I have no reason to go up there anymore. So what do I have? I've got blaze rods. What I need now is soul sand. I've got one blue mushroom. I'd like to get some more of those. I need some of that nylium stuff. I need warped stem. Those are the main things that I need. Unfortunately, I am in a crimson biome, which is not what I need. Let's keep moving. Ooh, I'm in a soul sand valley. Let's get some of this. There, 1 stack should do. Let's continue our mission. I don't think I have any choice, guys. I'm going to have to bridge. I don't want to do this. Here, let's block this off just in case the skeleton comes up behind us. Oh, that's scary. How far down that is, guys. Okay, bridge, quickly bridge before something sees us and shoots us off. Okay. Keep going. Get into safety. Right, I think, yes, we're in a warped forest now. I just don't see it anywhere, and I've been digging for a while. Oh, hey, there it is. Nice. Are those pig things here? The hoglins? That would be good to know. There's a lot of these blue mushrooms, though, and I need plenty of those. Okay, I'm just going to get started chopping down these trees until we have enough, and I'll get right back with you. Nice. Okay, so we've got plenty of stuff here. You can see I've got a few stacks of the warped stem. I've got some of these things, so maybe we can try to grow them back at home, as well as the warped nylium. I got 17 warped fungus. I think that should be enough for what we're trying to do. Oh, and I got some shroom life too. Those will be pretty neat. But I am more than ready to get out of the nether. This has been freaky enough for me. Okay, let's get out of here. Oh, home sweet home. I never thought I'd want to be back on top of a hill so bad, but it is nighttime and I tossed away my bed to make more inventory space, so oh goodness, this is going to be dangerous. Okay, back across the little bridge here and back into safety. Oh yeah. Now our next task is to come over here to our little makeshift tree farm kind of thing. We have a lot of materials to gather. I need a lot of birch. I need a lot of dark oak. It's just going to be a lot. Well, it took some doing, but I appear to have just about everything that I need. I'm going to have to craft some more things, but I don't think that'll be a problem. You can see why we needed the warp stem, and we needed a lot of it. I'm probably going to use close to all of these 3 stacks, as well as that oxidized copper that we were oxidizing earlier at the beginning of the episode. So I've got everything I need, and if you might be able to tell, my voice is kind of going right now. I think I might be coming down with something. Those darn household home fries or tater tots, or whatever we're calling my kids these days. But I think it's time. On your mark, get set, go. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. There's our portal tower. I think it looks really cool, especially at the top. So if we go in here, you've got the portal. This is the same one that we went through before, same level and everything. The hope is that if we come up this water elevator here, and that's why I needed the soul sand, by the way, this one will take us onto the nether roof. Now, I have not tested this. Chances are it's not going to work. It's going to be too close to the other one, but we shall see. I've got this set up, boom, so that we can come down without hurting ourselves. So let me just get some materials for getting onto the nether roof, and then let's give it a try. What are you guys doing in here? Whatever. Okay, so we've got a tunnel up to the roof. So I think, yeah, this is a perfect spot right here. As soon as I get up there, I'll show you how to find the one that we're going to be working with, the block, and then hopefully we'll be able to get onto the nether roof without dying. That's always a trick. Okay, so if we go right up here, that block right there, that's the one we're looking for. So if I go to F3, you can see towards the bottom right hand corner, we're looking at that's 34, 127, negative 625. The first and last numbers don't matter, but the 127, that's what we're looking for. So what you do is you put a ladder right up next to it, just like so. And then here, let's get rid of this so you can see. And then what you want to do is throw an ender pearl into like the corner or the top of that ladder. And as long as you're hitting the space bar, hopefully you'll be able to make it up onto the roof. So wish me luck, guys. Here we go, and ready, and we made it. We're up on the roof. So now I just have to find the exact coordinates for our nether portal that's up at the top of our tower. Build the nether portal, and hopefully, cross our fingers, it'll work. Let's actually, this is the exact spot right here. Okay, so let's make another portal, and hopefully it works. So while I'm up here, it's a good idea to put some slabs on the top, so that way we don't have any ghasts spawning up here, because you definitely don't want that. Okay, so let's take our flint and steel, just like so. Light it. Oh, geez, guys. Okay, let's cross our fingers. Hopefully this takes us up to the portal tower top thing. Please? That's the bottom one. That's the bottom one. So basically what that means, I'm not going to go out there when it's nighttime. Basically what that means is this portal needs to be down lower. Because this one is just as far. Let me see if this takes us back up onto the roof. It probably won't. It shouldn't anyway. I'm not going to make my tower high. Oh, it is. Interesting. Okay. Okay, well that's fine for now, actually. So what I can do is we have a way to get on the roof. That was the most important thing. So I can make another portal down much further down, and then that will take us back into like the regular part of the nether. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we've got it figured out. Let me show you. So this is like the entry hall for our portal tower. No change here. If you go all the way up, then This tower or this portal will now take you to the roof. I will demonstrate real quick. Here we are up on the nether roof. If we go back through, it'll take us right back to the top of the tower. Here's the top of the tower. Now, if we go down here, it'll pause for a second right where we were, in the lobby area. But this is the new area. So we've got a little bitty portal room much further down. I tried to decorate it a little bit with the materials that I had on hand. But if we go through this portal, it takes us down to our original nether portal. So this is awesome, guys. We'll have to get around to decorating up here, but we're going to have plenty of time for that in the episodes to come. By the way, and look how awesome the village looks up here. Let me see. Yeah, that's perfect right there. It is looking so good. So I think it's about time that I let you know what name I have chosen out of the suggested names from you guys for our island. And the island's name is, drumroll please. I said drumroll please. Point Defiance. Yep, that's what it is. It is now Point Defiance because we're in hardcore, right? So this is our, this island here, since it's 100% safe inside, that is our way of being deviants, being rebellious towards the whole hardcore thing. So as you can probably tell, we're going to be expanding our hardcore world up onto that hill up there. The first thing that we did, of course, was a tower, but we're going to be building lots of other things in there, including something that you might call a mega base at some point, some other little buildings, and I'm so excited for it. Hey there, Tater Tots! Welcome back to our hardcore Let's Play on 1.19, the Wild Update. Now you might be asking yourself, hey Tater, what's with the boat? Well, we have got a little bit of an adventure this morning that we're starting this episode off with, and that is to find some bamboo. We haven't gotten bamboo yet, and although we have a ton of really awesome projects planned for this episode, one of them requires that we go way up in the air. So we're going to need some scaffolding. We've got all the string we could possibly need for it, but what I'm missing is that bamboo. Now, you may have noticed that this episode's coming out about a week later than what it normally does. And I did put a post out on my community page, and I think on Twitter too. And if you're not following me there, you really need to. It's at TheFatRat. But anyway, I said, not only was I getting over a cold, which you probably noticed towards the end of the last episode, but I had some in real life stuff, and primarily car things. And it's just a really busy time of the year for my family. So I apologize. I apologize for being a week late. Now, that said, a lot of you, and these horses are really nice, but this one wants to smell my ear. A lot of you were really, really, really kind in your comments to my community post saying, you know what, Tater, family comes first, and I hope you feel better soon, and I really do appreciate that. All right, just jumping from tree to, and we've got our first bamboo. I didn't even know this was a jungle. I'll take it, though. Oh, so satisfying. See if we can get some more, and then we'll head back home. And here we are back at Point Defiance, home sweet home. Yes, we are. And you'll notice from my inventory here that bamboo wasn't the only thing we got. I managed to get some jungle saplings so we can add that to our little tree farm over there. I got some cocoa beans and, of course, some melon slices. I didn't remember if we had seeds or not. Good kitty. Now, if we go right down here, I think I'll put my bamboo away right there. We'll put the cocoa beans away. We'll get to all that stuff later. Now I think is as good a time as any to let you know that we've got a little bit of a problem. You see, trading carrots for emeralds is all well and good for the early game, but we're a little bit past that now. I mean, look at me. I'm all shiny and new. So we've got to find a better solution for emeralds. And not just emeralds, but take a look at this. I've been eating bread. Bread! Really? We've got to find something else for food, too. So since we're working with villagers, I took a look at the chart that shows all the different types of villagers, and I was looking, we've already got farmers for food, so what else can we use? And then I came across the butcher. So then I thought, the butcher has to have some place to live, right? So I thought this was the opportune time to add on to our village, and I cleared out an area right over here. So I think I have just about everything I need to get started on this butcher shop, so I guess let's get cracking. And welcome to TV Cribs! On this TV Cribs, we're going to be looking at this butcher shop right behind me. If we come in right here to the front door, you can see our counter where the butcher will be selling us all sorts of meat and we can trade with them. We've got a little smoker right there so that they can prepare the meat as needed to sell to their customers. This is a bed. It's a small one-room slash business slash house. But you'll see right out here, out the back, this is where the animals will be kept for the slaughtering. Exactly what every young butcher needs. But seriously, I really like this build, guys. The villager will be able to go inside and outside as needed, kind of like we have over there with the blacksmith shop. It's very compact. It's everything that the villager is going to need, including their workstation, and they can't get out this way. That's the best part. So I can just come in this door anytime I want and trade with them, and it's not a big deal. I really, really, really like this build. But there are a couple of things that I'm missing, mainly, I don't know, the butcher. But then also back here in the little livestock area, I think I want to get some pigs. Since I already have sheep and cows, that's the one thing that I'm kind of missing. So I think that would be a really cool place to be able to breed pigs as well, so we can actually have them as a part of our village. Right this way, my friend. You're just gonna love this. You're gonna love it so much. We just gotta kind of skirt this way a little bit, and then gradually go down here. Take it nice and slow, and you are beep, beep, beep. You're in your yard. Okay, so now I get to free you, and there you go. Go inside. I said, here, I'll put away the axe. Go inside and come on, it's right there. It's right there. You can see it. Right. It's right over here, buddy. Need a nudge? I'll nudge you. Okay, fine. Have a nap. Oh, he's a butcher. Right this way, piggies. You're going to love it where we're going. And there we go. Now we've got a beautiful pig family going for the slaughter. But you see, the problem here now is we can trade with our villager, even though I don't really like these trades. But I don't have a lot of meat to trade with them. So we got to do something about that. And those little piggies outside the window, they're not going to cut it. So if we come right down here, I've been gathering resources. Oh, by the way, I am so happy. I just created 2 ender chests right here, 1 and 2. And this is going to make the world such an easier place, especially since I have a silk touch pickaxe. So I can pick it up and carry it around with me everywhere. So anyway, this is all the materials that we're going to need. All of this is just kind of extra stuff that I thought I wanted to have in my ender chest in case of emergencies. So let's take this bad boy and let's head to the nether. Now we're not just anywhere in the nether, we are on the nether roof, because that is where we're going to be building a hoglin farm to get plenty of pork chops. But not just anywhere on the nether roof will work. We've got to actually go to the Crimson Forest. It just so happens, if you look at the upper left-hand corner for the biome, we're in the Crimson Forest right now. So let me find a good spot for this, and then we can get started building. Okay, so we had to go really far away from the portal to find a good spot. This is the perfect spot, though. It's all within the Crimson Forest. It just works out really well. Plus, we can get in and out very quickly, which will be nice. So this is roughly like a 13 by 13 with a little bit of extra. I am using a tutorial for this. I'll make sure to put a link for the tutorial in the description. I did modify it just a little bit, and that's mainly because I want raw pork chops. But with that, let's get to work. So there we are. This was actually a really easy tutorial by Shulkercraft. I will, once again, leave a link in the description. Go ahead and check it out if you want to make this. The big difference between the one that we built here and theirs is right down here. You see I used soul campfire, so that should kill the hoglins without cooking the meat, because again, I want the raw pork chops so that I can trade them with our butcher villager. The only thing that we're missing right here is actually the AFK spot. So I'll see you up in the sky. So here we are, nothing fancy. I probably did a little bit more than I really needed to as far as like fortifying it, but it's hardcore, right? I want to make sure I stay safe. We are approximately 91 blocks up, which you can't really see there because it says y equals 219. But with this, let's go into our free cam mode. And I think I can go down. Yep, you can see some of the hoglins. They're spawning. They're getting scared by that warped fungus. And they're going straight into our kill chamber where they're being killed by the soul campfires. So I did a little bit of AFKing while I was eating my lunch, and chicken thighs and rice, if anyone was wondering. So I wanted to see how it's looking here. Oh, by the way, I should have told you, we don't have pork chops anymore. We now have bacon. Congratulations. So actually, that's not bad at all. That's not bad at all. Let's see. Almost 6 stacks of raw bacon. That's pretty good. Well, that was weird. Look at that. Even the villager, the villager butcher is in on the bacon game. So let's see how many we can get before he locks out. So we can do 18 emeralds worth. That's really good. That's so much faster than everything else that we were doing. Oh, and he's already unlocked. Sweet. And now we take those emeralds and we buy us some real food. Oh yeah, no more bread for this guy. And for our next project in this episode, we are going to tear down this bridge and build a new one so that we can connect our villager island to our mountaintop over here that doesn't have a name yet. That's Point Defiance. That doesn't have a name, but I'm missing a little bit of material for this. So we're going back into the nether to get some basalt. We've got to do a little bit of exploration in the nether once again, and I will let you know when we find a basalt delta. And there it is. We are here, and we got hot tourist destinations with it. That's pretty awesome. Okay, I'm going to mine up a ton of this because we need stacks on stacks on stacks. And then I'll take it back, and then let's get started on that bridge. Okay, so we are back from the nether, and I got plenty, more than we're going to need as far as the basalt goes. Let me finish gathering the materials and then we'll get started. All right, guys, here we are. You see I set up a little bit of a workstation right behind me here so that we can get to work on this bridge. On your mark, get set, go. So here it is, guys. Here's the bridge going to the main mountain. There's only one problem with this bridge, and that's this. So I'm thinking maybe, obviously not in this episode, but maybe a tunnel, kind of like we did on the other side of the island, going up, and then we'll start with our builds on that side. I think that'll work really well. Hey there, Tater Tots! Welcome back to another episode on our Minecraft 1.19 The Wild Update Hardcore Let's Play series. In our last episode, we actually made this butcher shop, and we also made a hoglin farm so that we can trade this bacon for emeralds. Now, this is significantly better than when we were trading the farmers all the carrots and stuff like that, but I think we can do better. So in order to up our emerald game, as well as some other drops, we are going to make my very first raid farm. That's right, I have never made a raid farm before. I've seen a lot of them made, they are pretty awesome, but I've never done it myself. Plus, a raid farm gives us access to some really cool drops like Totems of Undying, which are, I don't know, kind of important when it comes to hardcore. But you can also get something else that's really needed, gunpowder. One of the hardest parts about making a raid farm is actually location, right? Because you preferably want it to be over an ocean, but you also want it to be relatively close to a pillager outpost so that you don't have to run really far to find one of those banner guys. So according to Chunk Base, if we were to put a portal right about here, I think, right about here, this should put us right next to an outpost that's not too far away from an ocean. So we'll see. Light it up and wish me luck. Goodness gracious, Chunk Base could not have been any more accurate. I don't even know what I'm supposed to do with this. While we figure it out, may as well get a little bit of looting in. Oh, not bad. Whoa! Okay, we gotta try this out. Oh, look at that! So cool. So now that I think about it, this location here might not be too bad if we move the portal down from the roof. I don't know. Can pillagers spawn on this level? I have honestly no idea. So if you can let me know in the comment section, that would be great. But I don't see any bannermen now, but I think this is a perfect spot just to kind of snipe one with an arrow. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so hopefully this will take us back to the nether roof. Cross your fingers. Perfect! Perfect, perfect, perfect. Don't put it back on the roof. Don't put it back on the roof. Sweet, we're in business, guys. So now we just need to make our way over to where the farm is going to be, and I'm thinking right over there in that ocean. That way we've got a straight shot in the nether. YOLO, right? And go. Perfect, got it. Oh, go, pick up my water, pick up my water. Okay, go, get the heck out of here. Get the heck out of here. They're chasing me, they're chasing me. Go to the ocean. Go to the, why not sprinting? Go to the ocean. Pro skills right there. Pro skills. Sleep with the mermaids because it's safer. Now let's go find our raid farm spot. So there's a trick that I saw in the comments of Logical Geek Boy's video. That's a tutorial that I'm using. And that is to change your render distance to 5. And if you can't see land, any land, then you are a perfect distance away from everything. So from right here in this spot, this looks pretty good. This looks pretty good. Yeah, nothing is rendering in. So I think this is going to be the location of our raid farm. And now that we've got the location, I've got a little bit more resource gathering that I need to do first before we build this thing way up in the sky. And the main resource that we need to gather is actually glass. So I am headed to a desert. I use Chunk Base for that as well. It is pretty far away. There were no deserts kind of close to the base. But we should be able to get our 15 stacks of sand, get them all smelted up so that we can finish with our projects for today. Oh, nice. I got an achievement. Subspace Bubble. Use the nether to travel 7 kilometers in the overworld. Sweet. The only problem is, I don't know about you, but this doesn't look like desert or badlands. I may have messed something up. Okay. Take 2. Cross your fingers, guys. Now this looks much more promising. Yep, we found it. And for the record, it wasn't Chunk Base's fault. I got the coordinates mixed up. And with that, we need 16 stacks of sand, so let's take our trusty shovel here, Earthworm, and start digging. And while we're over here slinging sand faster than a cat in a litter box, I did want to let everybody know that, yes, I do have a Twitter account. It's at TheFatRat. It's in the description. I flash it up towards the beginning of the video. But recently, I have also moved over to Hive and Mastodon. So if you are going to either of those places, then hit me up over there. I'll put some links or usernames or whatever in the description to help you out. It's alive! It's alive! All right, guys, I've got my workstation set up here in our location. You can see I've already got a villager over here, which is awesome. This spot behind me where the dirt kind of structure is, that's where the villager is going to be with his composter and all that. So I think we're ready. On your mark, get set, go. Alright guys, so here we are, we're back. This was a tough one to make, it really was. There's a lot of things that you have to do very precisely, especially these boats. That was a little difficult. Now, I'm not going to lie to you guys, okay? I am terrified to run this thing because we're in our hardcore world, see? And I'm so worried about those Vexes, but these boats are supposed to protect against that. Now, I'm not going to do any sort of tutorial or anything like that for this farm. I'm going to put a link in the description. Logical does such a good job explaining all the mechanics on how this works, and there's no way that I could do it better. But let's test this thing out. The first thing that we have to do is, you'll see I put another portal up here too. Hopefully this isn't going to mess with the spawning or anything like that. But the reason I did this is because we've got that one up there at the roof of the outpost, and they're linked so closely. Here, I'll show you exactly where we're going. See, look, you see that portal right there? That's the one to the outpost. So it's super close. So all I've got to do is go through that, and then we just have to find a banner guy. Here we are. We're on the roof. So we just look around, like no banner. Hopefully we'll find one soon. I haven't seen one any of the times that I've come up here. So this might be a little bit more difficult than I originally thought. Let me see if I can go around, see if I can find a guy with the banner, and then we'll test this bad boy out. Okay, there's a banner guy. Let's get him. Let's get him. Oh, got him. Got him. Okay, so I'm exiled now, so we should be good. I'm just going to go back through the portal up here, just like so. We're going to head on over to our raid farm, and hopefully we'll be good to go. Okay, good. Head over. Head over. It's got to go quick. I don't remember how much time we have. All right, I'm still exiled. We go straight down here. This should start the raid right here. Okay, it's starting. I just have to get all the way back up. Oh man, I'm so nervous about this, guys. Okay, we are here. We should see them start to spawn up there here really soon. Hopefully no one spawns down here with us. Oh, there they go. There they go. I can see them. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, so they'll start to all 5 raids. Ow, no, that's not nice. Huh. Which threw something at us. Okay, so now we go right here, and they should be 1-hit kills, just like so. Oh, this is so awesome. This is so awesome. So now we just get through all of the raids, and then as soon as this is done, all of these levels, oh, totems, I need totems. All of these are done. Then, oh, raid victory. Perfect. All that's going to get sucked up down there. I have to wait for that bar to go away. I go straight back down here. It starts another raid, guys. Oh, man, this is awesome. This is so awesome. Look at that. Hero of the village. Okay, so the main thing that I wanted to get... Oh, look at all these... I'm grabbing one of those right now. Right now. Look at all these emeralds. Oh, my goodness, guys. Like 2 stacks of emeralds and just that. Oh man, this is going to be so nice. And we're getting gunpowder. That was another one of the things that I really wanted to get. Guys, I'm going to run this for a little while. We are on easy streak from here on out. So guys, this farm is so incredibly OP. Let me show you what we've gotten so far. If we look in our ender chest here, I've already got a stack of blocks of emerald, and there's still a ton more to go. If you see in here, and I've even got stuff backing up in the hoppers. So that leaves me to, we've got 2 issues with this farm so far that I've seen. One is storage. This is ridiculous. I tried to make it more efficient, but it's crazy. I'm tossing out all of the banners and all of the axes and all of the crossbows, that sort of thing. It's pretty sweet that we got potions of healing. That's going to help a lot. The other thing is that you see this right here, this bad omen, still just kind of hanging out. Well, I don't know how to get rid of that. We don't have a cow up here, so I think I'll be able to. Here, let me see if I can show you. Way down there, we've got a bubble vader. I think I can get a cow up here and maybe put them like right here so that we can just get buckets of milk whenever we're done. But I went down there to go get a cow and it started a new raid. So I think I've got to wait this one out just this one time because I don't want to trigger a raid anywhere else. Come on, right this way, buddy. All the way over here. It's not too far. Come on. Oh, it's raining. Of course it is. Now I just need you to go right in there. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Boom. Boom. Look at that. We've got a cow up here. Let's clean this up. Perfect. This is beautiful up here now, aside from the rain. I do want to do some sort of barrier around, and of course we're going to have to add to the storage system because, like I said, this is definitely not enough. It's already full and backing up into the hoppers. But that's not happening in this episode. Let's head back to Point Defiance. Hey there, Tater Tots! Welcome back to another episode on our Minecraft 1.19 Hardcore series. So we're going to get back to the raid farm later today, but what I want to talk about right now is what we can do whoosh, over here. You love those sound effects, right? So obviously over here we have Point Defiance, and over here, this is going to be our main base area eventually. And I've got the perfect name for it, the Emerald City, because we're going to be rich. So I'm back in free cam just for a second because I want to explain a little bit of my thought process. What we need for especially a lot of the advanced storage and redstone and a lot of our farms coming up is an iron farm. We've made it this far without an iron farm, which is crazy because we've had villagers for a while. But I'm thinking this cove right down here would be a good place for a foundry. I'm eventually going to have a wall just like that one going all the way around Emerald City. And think of this like the industrial area, right? Like this is a dirty, nasty, dusty, kind of greasy area where they're doing a lot of the metalworks and stuff like that. Very industrial. But as we move up the mountain, the rich people are up top. So my mega base, I don't know if it's going to be a mega base, but my base is going to be up at the top where all the rich people live. And as you get further down, the materials that are going to be used for the different builds are going to get, I think, like cheaper and more basic as you move down. But I've done way too much talking about my plans. I probably lost half of you. So if you're still here, thank you so much for continuing to watch. But I'm going to go ahead back over to Point Defiance and get our hands on some of those villagers. All right, so we've got the top of the iron farm here going. The main thing that we need to do now is get the location. Okay. The main thing we need to do now is get the location of where the villagers are going to go, and then also the how does that work? So congratulations, ladies and gentlemen, we have a working iron farm. So what I've been doing is going around trying to slab this area, just to try to make it as spawn proof as possible for those golems. Every once in a while, I do have one that kind of goes back here, so I'm going to have to deal with that. But what I'm thinking is this whole area will be the foundry, right? Let me show you what we're doing downstairs. So right under here, you can see I did trap our villager's friend here in the boat. He's the one that's scaring the villagers into creating iron zombies. So they're just sitting here on these beds. They sleep at night, but they're only sleeping for a second because they're always kind of spooked by that drown. So this is working really well. So far, we've got over a stack of iron plus these 16 that I picked up while I was killing them because they kept spawning outside of the kill chamber. But yeah, I'm super excited about this area. This might be bad. This might be bad, guys. Why do I have a knockback sword? Come on, I thought it would be smarter. Oh. Did I get it? Nope. All right, guys, so I've got a nice blank canvas here. You see I've got the dock down there with some stairs going down, as well as the top area here. Now, I've been thinking a lot about this because I didn't plan this in creative or anything like that before I did it. So a lot of the safety things, because this is the industrial area, probably aren't going to exist, right? So we're not going to have railings around the dock or this area up here. It's just going to be like unsafe, grueling conditions. One thing that I really want to do, and that's what I'm going to focus on right now, is the build behind me for the iron farm itself. I'm thinking like some sort of, I don't know, I haven't decided yet, maybe a smokestack or some sort of like industrial, square box sort of thing. I don't know, but I'm going to keep playing with it and then I'll get right back with you. So that's better, but I think we can go a little bit more industrial, and I've got two things in mind for that. Okay guys, I am so excited about what we were able to do here. Let me show you. So if we come over here, the first thing that you see is our barge. And I did take a little bit of inspiration. It's not a block for block or anything like that. From a Nazik MC online. I don't know. I just Googled Minecraft barges. And this kind of design I thought worked really, really, really well. And then if we come over here, so you see we've got a little bit of a walkway over to our barge. I wanted to rough up the ground. So you see I added these trap doors just to try to, you know, make it look industrial. It's not supposed to be safe here. Everything is supposed to be dangerous. You're probably going to get tetanus just by being in this area. But I love how this turned out. You can see the second thing, and here, let me go into free cam real quick. The second thing that we added was this crane. I love this crane. The inspiration for this one came from Jaracraft. Again, not a block for block. They didn't have like the iron chains or, you know, the grindstone, that sort of thing. But again, inspiration is awesome. I also did some extra things over here. You can see this pipe coming out and kind of spilling water out just to make it look as industrial as possible. And I varied up the floor up here with some iron trapdoors. Now, this is not the type of building that I usually do. This was a huge stretch for me, but I'm really, really, really happy with how it turned out, especially because I didn't do, you know, any planning and creative or anything like that. This was all just kind of freestyling. But if we come over here, and this thing has been cranking away the whole time that we've been working on all this, it's just been going. And I've got the iron to prove it, right? This is way more iron than I expected to have at this point, but it's going to come in handy for our next project back at the raid farm. If you remember last episode, we built this raid farm, which was awesome, but the biggest problem was storage. Before we head on over to the raid farm though, there's some collection that I need to do. Specifically resources like wood for some chests. And what better place to get some wood than right over here in our little makeshift tree farm. And for this job, I think we're gonna have to go for the granddaddy of them all, those giant spruce trees. Okay, we're back over here at the raid farm with all of our wood, like I said, as well as some other supplies. We've got to think about storage for this place. And that's funny, you can see right here all the things that I've tossed, even some idols, just because they're backing up so much that I can't get things like gunpowder and redstone. Speaking of, we've got to make a list of all the different types of items that we want to get from the raid farm. Gunpowder, obviously. Emeralds are important. That's one of the main reasons why we made this. You know, redstone, that's important. Glowstone is really cool to have as well. We don't have a need for it right now, but I'm sure that's going to come in handy in the future. And then obviously totems. So if we come right down here, we're right under the spawn area. And what I'm thinking, so that direction we cannot build in because there has to be a direct line of sight between our villager, which you can't see, but he's down there, and that spawn platform right there. So our storage is going to have to be on this side instead. So there you see right there, we've got our hoppers coming down. So I'm thinking we're going to do a hopper line going that way and then over here, and then they're going to go into an automatic sorting system right over here on this side. But what I've got to do first is I've got to make a little bit of a platform down here so that I can actually work. And that's going to be a little bit trickier than I initially thought. Okay, so I have done a lot to kind of set the groundwork here. It almost looks like it's done, right? But you'll see in the back, I've got none of the redstone in. The main thing is I just wanted to make sure I brought enough iron and wood over for all the chests and hoppers, but it looks like we're good to go there. So the next thing is taking, looking at Impulse SV's overflow protection item sorter system and applying that to all of this. So that's what I'm gonna do now. And then I will show you what it looks like once we're done with that. All right, this took some doing. So I've got all of my chests labeled. I've got the sorting systems all configured and everything in the back. Let me show you what we've got here. So here you can see these three columns, we'll call them columns of chests, are for emeralds. So we've got emeralds already coming in. I just put 3 stacks in up at the top, and that's what came down. We've got redstone, glowstone, gunpowder, and sticks. Now, I wasn't going to do sticks just because, you know, there's not that many uses for sticks. Well, there are uses, but they're just not hard to get. And then, but I made an extra one because I wasn't thinking and I lost count. So we've got sticks. That's fantastic. Over here, this is going to be the overflow chests. So I was looking for that. All of the extra things that come in, some that I want to collect are obviously idols, you know, idols, totems of undying. Those are very important. But also, I keep getting a lot of these. And I see there's only one in here, but we've got way more upstairs. And I think those will be very handy just to keep a couple of them with us. You know, whenever we're going into tight places, I think that would be a good idea. Let me show you what we're doing up top. And this took a little while to do. It's always hard when you've got, you know, this kind of height that you're dealing with and getting around and putting all the things where they need to be. And I'm not going to explain how this works. This is an impulse SV circuit. I'll leave a link in the description for anyone who wants to use this sort of thing. But you see I've got placeholder items here. And then I've got 41 of the item that I want to collect. It's important that you name these because you don't want, especially here, we're using sticks. I don't want sticks to come through the system and pile up on here. That'll break the auto sorter. But while this certainly functions the way that we have it here, it is ugly, right? We cannot leave it like this. So I think a little bit of redecorating is in order. And just like that, we've cleaned it up a little bit. I'm in free cam already, so I may as well show you what we've done. I added composters to all of the hoppers to try to reduce lag, even though I don't think it's really going to be that much of an issue. I also filled in kind of the blocks in between, got rid of all the dirt, obviously, and made a little maintenance patch right up here just so that I can come up here and work on things, switch out the items being sorted, that sort of thing, anytime I'd like. So the only thing left to do is run this thing to make sure that everything we did here actually works. There he is. Haka! Haka! Got him. Man, this farm is a lot of fun to run. So I got us all the way up to level 80, and I just wanted to see how we're doing here. It's actually quite a bit of emeralds. I only did probably 10 or so rounds of the raid farm. These should probably be the same, and they're not stacking up in here. But that's actually a lot of emeralds. This is going to be awesome. How are we doing on redstone? Not awesome. Yeah, those are about the same. So unfortunately, this raid farm is not the best for, you know, things like gunpowder, but we're going to have to make it work, right? I'm just going to have to sit here and grind at the raid farm. Sticks? Oh, that's awesome. Okay, so how are we doing on this? I did a little bit of organization, and yeah, okay. Oh, we're all the way backed up. So what I didn't show before is you can kind of see it over there. Here, I'll go into free cam. We have an overflow here, so anything that doesn't get picked up by this kind of catch-all column of chests here comes over here and automatically gets spit into lava. So we've probably lost a lot of good things, and good things, I mean, of course, totems and those potions into the lava, but that's okay. Because basically what I'll do is I'll just go through here, you know, empty all of these things that we don't want. And once this gets completely full of the potions and the totems, I really don't need any more after that. And if I do need some more, then we're going to have some empty spots and I can just keep doing the raid farm. But I really can't believe how much we got done in this episode. For example, we did our foundry, which looks so incredible. Like, I've never built anything like that before, and I'm really loving it. And that upgrade to our raid farm is going to make things so much nicer going forward. Isn't that right, Roy? Good kitty. Hey there, Tater Tots. Today we're back in our hardcore world on Minecraft 1.19. Don't mind me, I'm just over here with my farmer villagers getting some of those sweet, sweet golden carrots. And that should be plenty to have us stocked up for the day's adventures. Now this is episode 9, so you know what that means. Soon we're going to be fighting the dragon, so there's something that I need to do. I really need to get around to upgrading our armor to netherite. I spent a long time between episodes grinding away at my raid farm, and while I got a ton of emeralds and totems, it isn't the best source of gunpowder, which we'll need to make TNT to blow up the bottom portion of the nether. So I think we need to build a gunpowder farm. By the way, I talked about it toward the end of my last episode, but if you missed it, I have a Discord server. To get an invite, just go to chat.tatervader5.com. It's also in the video description for your convenience. To make this farm, I'm gonna need a ton of block. What are you doing here? You're not supposed to be. Actually, the particle effects from the pollen blends in really well with the particle effects of this crimson forest. Now, as I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted, I am going to need a ton of building blocks for this creeper farm build. But the first thing we need to do is find a location for this thing. I want it to be out of the way, so I would put it down there, but I've got plans for that area later in this episode. What if instead we were to put it over here, kind of like where we're putting our industrial district with the iron farm there? I think this would be a perfect location. Plus it's huge, it's massive, and I kind of want it to be out of the way. So that seems like the perfect spot. Goodness, it's getting dark. Gotta sleep before the bad guys come. So we're back over here by Point Defiance, and there's something that I want to check before we get started on this build. Good morning, Roy. How's it going? Oh man, you deserve a treat. Oh, geez, we're down to our last fish. We might need to do something about that later. Good kitty. Oh, guys, as I expected, we don't have much for building blocks. Yep, we're going to need to do something about that. It's time for an adventure. While I'm filling my pockets with stone and wood as fast as I can, now is a really good time to hit that subscribe button and the bell. It really does help me so much. The resource collection was going great until this happened. Whoa. What? It's a stronghold. Guys, we found a stronghold. Oh, yeah, this is crazy. This is right under our base. And you're not going to believe it. I did not plan this. I didn't know this was here. I know I'm supposed to be gathering materials, but I can't help it. We got to explore this thing. Sweet, a chest. Diamonds. How'd you get that door? My door now. Thorns, meh. Whole lot of meh. Sweet, a library. And this is cool. There's usually some chests in these, right? Okay. Oh, pretty terrible, actually. How about this one? No. Section 4, that's pretty good. Get back. Get back. Get owned. Wait a second, another library? No way. So there wasn't really anything good in the chests, and I haven't found the actual end portal yet, but 2 libraries and 1 stronghold. That's pretty awesome. And here's just a little bit of a preview of what we were about to encounter. God, that was dangerous. Really dangerous. What's killing me? Get back! I thought for sure I was gonna die there with both of those creepers. Guys, I found it! I found it! We're here! Oh, geez, if only I was prepared. We're getting rid of this. I don't care if it upsets some people. We're getting rid of that. If only I was prepared to go to the end right now, but I'm just not. This is going to make things so much easier for when we do, though. And there, I think I've got just about everything we need. We're probably even going to need more stone. You'll see in a minute. But now that we've got all the blocks that we're going to need for this build, let's plan it out a little bit. So the creeper farm is massive. So I'm thinking I'm going to have to put it over here. You can see where I've kind of blocked off the corners of where that's going to be. Yeah, again, massive, right? And this is going to require a little bit of terraforming, but it shouldn't be too bad. Anyone want to know what a massive hillside looks like in a chest? There you go. That's what it looks like. But with that, ladies and gentlemen, I think we are ready. 3, 2, 1, go. So I began building what was definitely the biggest tower I'd ever built in Minecraft. But as expected, I ran out of some of the building blocks about halfway through, so I had to head back down to the mines. By the way, you may have noticed that I have a new YouTube profile picture. Let me know what you think in the comments. After mining, I continued with the creeper tower, and oh my goodness, was it majestic. Geez, that thing goes forever. Let me hop into free cam. This is crazy. Look at this, guys. Oh man, I'm just standing over here by the iron foundry that I made in the last episode, but even from there, this thing is huge. And if we go all the way up to the top, it's actually taller, I think, than our portal tower, which is on the highest point in the area. Yeah, look at that. There's only one problem with this though, and that's this over here. So if we go inside, it is completely empty. So I'm going to get started on building the actual creeper farm in here, and then I'll get right back with you. Oh boy, is this exciting. Let me show you. I got really oh yeah, by the way, you like the creeper faces? The problem with creeper faces is they are an even number of blocks wide, and all of my builds are an odd number of blocks. It would have been awesome if I could put it right there. It just, one, it won't fit really well between there and there, but two, it would be off center, which is not acceptable. If you look right here, I made a little stairwell going down to the iron farm that we worked on in the last episode, which is awesome. So if we go inside of here, I did some work. You can see I decorated in here. I dropped it down to help reduce spawning down here. So that should make it safe. Plus I hid some lighting under these trap doors, very similar to the ground that we used in the iron farm build. I'm not sure if I'm done in here. I might do some decoration on the walls, but we'll see. Now, unfortunately, the only way to get up to our AFK spot, which is way up there, is through these ladders. And I timed it. I actually did. And it takes almost a whole minute to climb these ladders all the way to the top. So I don't know if we're going to improve on that anytime soon. I imagine we'll be getting Elytra soon. Hint, hint. But partway up the ladder, you can see this. And this is the on-off switch that we'll use to obviously turn it on and off. But here, this is an interesting thing. You see all of this space we have all the way up to the top? We can use this for something that might go well with gunpowder. Hint, hint again. But here we are on the last set of ladders here, and I think you're going to like what I did up top. So obviously, you know, I've got the crazy campfires with the, what are those called? Hay bales underneath. And I did that so that we'd get really tall smoke and it would kind of obscure our AFK spot and this water stream. So I've got this really sketchy walkway going to the water stream to get up to the AFK spot. I think this is awesome. It just feels like I'm about to die just walking across this, but it's also very industrial, so it goes perfect. And then if we go up here, this is the AFK spot. So it's just a little bitty glass box, as I usually like to do for my AFK spots. But what do you guys think? What do you guys think of this whole thing? This is massive. I've never built anything like this in Minecraft, ever. I've had creeper farms before, but it definitely wasn't like this, and it wasn't this giant of a tower. But let me switch this thing on, and then we're going to AFK for exactly 1 hour to see how much gunpowder we get. Ladies and gentlemen, that is 1 whole hour of AFKing up here. Now, I did see, where is it? Right over there. There's some mobs spawning, so I have not lit up that area back there good enough, but let's see what our rates are anyway. Okay, so here we go. Come on, big money. Oh, it's not terrible. Not terrible at all, actually. Let me see. That's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, half. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 stacks in 1 hour? That's not bad at all. So let me go mine some sand, craft some TNT, and I'll meet you in the nether. So that gunpowder got us all the way to 2 stacks plus 51 of TNT, which I'm hoping is going to be enough. We'll see. Into the nether we go. Oh man, I forgot even what biome we were in just because we've spent so much time up on the roof. Up on the roof. We have a friend, apparently. So we've got to find the lowest point, like right above bedrock that we can. All right, guys, we are all the way to y equals 13. That should be good enough, I think. Should I be doing this at a different level? Let me know in the comments. But I'm just going to pick a direction and start mining smoothly, I promise. Well, lay down the TNT and hopefully we'll be able to get some netherite. In round 1, which is about a stack. Please don't kill my PC. Okay, run away. Oh, jeez. Goodness gracious. That's going to go for a while. Our first ancient debris. Yes, let's go. Okay, 1 down, like, I don't know, 1 million to go. I hope we brought enough TNT. And while I'm decimating the nether floor, I've been getting quite a few likes on my videos in this hardcore world, but I think we can do better. If this video gets just 50 likes, I'll do the MLG water bucket trick from build height and without a totem. I've done the MLG water bucket thing before, but I'm not sure I can do it from that high, especially since in 118, build height got so much higher. Oh geez, oh geez, get away, get away, get away. Yes, that's right. That's what I thought. Okay, so I've exhausted all like what, 179 TNT, and I've gotten 17 ancient debris, which is actually really good. But what I want to do is I'm going to strip mine because, you know, it doesn't make sense to go all the way back and make new TNT in like 10 minutes when I can strip mine for a whole hour. Okay, guys, we got 31 ancient debris all together. I think I had 17 after doing all the TNT, and then we got an extra 14 from strip mining for like an hour afterwards. So I know I did some math earlier, and it's probably wrong because I'm terrible at math, but I think I need 36 to enchant absolutely everything, all my tools, all my armor. Unfortunately, I just don't have more time to go mining right now. But I think we're going to be able to have enough for our armor and the sword, which is really the only thing that we need for the dragon. Hey, Roy, look what I got. I got 31 ancient debris in the nether. Isn't that awesome? Oh, you're probably hungry. Let's, oh no, Roy, I'm sorry. I forgot. We were supposed to go fishing today to get you some food. Let me throw this in the furnace and then I'll get you some fish. There we go. The things I do for that cat. Wait a second. I'm rich. What am I doing in this little dinghy? We need something better, and I did hint at it earlier. So let me go grab some supplies and then I'll be right back with you. Look at that. Look at that. Oh my goodness. I love this ship. It was obviously, you know, heavily inspired by the shipwrecks in Minecraft. Oh man, I love this thing. Okay, so if we come up here, I've got a little ladder that you can use to get up. This is our new fishing boat. Oh man, guys, look at this. I look like a pirate. Okay, so first things first, you see the masts are all, or the sails are all tied up because we're kind of in port. We're in this, I don't know, bay kind of thing out here. So obviously they don't need the sails up. If the sails were up and the wind were to come, they'd run into the land or they'd run into that little island up there. So that would be terrible. That would be terrible. So first things first, let's go to the captain's quarters. And I spent a lot of time working on this interior here. You'll see I've got lamps all over the place instead of torches, just because I think it looks better, especially on a ship. We've got a little bit of a bunk bed here for the captain with some storage underneath, which is awesome. We've got his desk with a map of the area. There's not actually a whole lot on this map just because, you know, the base, Point Defiance, and the mountain and the industrial district aren't on this one. It's actually basically in the back. I've got a little bit more storage back here and the barrels sprinkled all around because it is a ship, right? Like they need to have barrels. That's like part of it. So let's go down here. So this is the cargo hold. So you'll see a lot of barrels down here. Same within here. Maybe this is a special cargo because it has an additional layer of protection. And then if we go all the way up to the crow's nest, is that what it's called? A crow's nest? I thought this was really cool. You can see from all directions. It's got lighting up here. We've got a little flag that, I don't know. I'm not very good at flags, so that's what we get. But I love this place. I can just think of one little thing that we're missing for up here. There it is. Oh yeah. That's awesome. Hey there, Tater Tots. Today we're back in our hardcore world on Minecraft 1.19. And in this one, we'll finally get to fighting and hopefully killing the Ender Dragon. Hey Roy, I got you some treats. Yeah, from my little fishing expedition. I'll put the rest in here just so that we have them for later. Good kitty. Like I was saying, we're going to do the dragon fight in this episode. If you've been watching my series for a while, you'll know that I like to try to find creative ways to kill the dragon. In this one, we're going to do it without the use of any weapon, including a sword and a bow. So how are we going to do it then? With wooden spoons. And if I survive this epic fight, I think we should celebrate by getting a little into the holiday spirit. but more about that later. Before we can go to the end, I have some preparation to do. For starters, I only have 8 ender pearls to my name, so I'm gonna head into the nether to see if we can rustle up some more for those eyes of ender. While I'm getting the ender pearls, now is a great time to help me out by hitting that subscribe button and the notification bell. Thanks in advance. Now that I have the pearls, I need to get some iron and pumpkins so I can make a golem army to help me out. It's already going to be dangerous enough to do this in hardcore, so I'll take all the help I can get. By the way, you might notice that this looks a little bit different. This is something I did in between episodes. I was tired of parkouring up and down the mountain, so I made these 2 stairwells very similar to the one we have on the other side of Point Defiance. So I think we're just about done with preparations. As you can see here, I've got the eyes of ender. I've crafted up a bunch of wooden shovels. Hopefully this will be enough, but I did bring some spruce logs just in case. One thing that we're missing though is in the last episode, we got this netherite so that we could stay in there, please. Thank you. So that we could upgrade our stuff. So I think now is the perfect time to do that. I got 7 ingots out of it. So let's do our armor for sure. And then we might be able to do, we can do 3 to, oh, well, hey, there you go. Cover me in debris. We can also do a couple of the tools. Pickaxe is obviously a huge one. Sword is a huge one. And then we can kind of pick between these. Now, I don't really need my shovel or my axe to be netherite yet. We can work on that later. So I think just the other pickaxe will be perfect. All right, we made it back down here. Let's put down our ender chest, make sure we've got everything. I've got my armor on, but we do not need, here's some things that we don't need. We don't need our sword, we already said that, or our bow. I'll leave this in here, just, whatever. I don't want you guys to think I'm cheating. I'm only using the wooden shovels for this. So I did grab some golden apples, those are good. Some ender pearls are always very handy. And then something like that. And the only reason that I'm bringing a pickaxe is just in case we have to dig ourselves out of whatever the spawn section is. So let's light this bad boy up just like so. Okay, here we go. Boom. Oh, that sound always gets me. I almost forgot. I had to go back and get some blocks of iron and carved pumpkins for the golems. And you always want to take a carved pumpkin for you when you do the dragon fight anyway. But with that, guys, I think it's time. Here we are. This is our spawn, and it's a terrible spawn. Look how far away we are from the main island. I've got this little bitty island above me, but what the heck is going on here? Okay, let me make my way over. Okay, so I could easily pearl over there, but I mean, if we've got this island here full of bridging blocks, and I did bring, you know, the crafting table plus some extra logs as well. But it's here, right? I may as well build a bridge and then we can actually walk back and forth and not have to worry about it. So I started bridging over to the main island, but the dragon had other ideas. I hid in a little box until its terrible breath wore off and then continued on my way. Once I got there, I immediately built a little secret base under the portal to set up operations. Then I got started on the crystals so it couldn't heal itself. Instead of using a bow like I normally do, I pillared up with water buckets and set off TNT to break the crystals. When I'd finished the 10th and final one, I spawned in a bunch of iron golems to keep me safe from the Enderman. They actually did a really good job, and the portal area in the center was as safe as it could be. Finally, I took out my wooden spoons and got to work on the dragon. I just kept swinging and swinging until my arms felt like they were going to fall off. I ended up going through 7 wooden shovels during this fight, and even had to craft some more when it got low in health. But in the end, I was victorious. I did a little dance while I ran around picking up XP, collected the dragon egg, and made my way back to the overworld after freeing the end. So I named this special shovel and then set out to find the perfect spot for my 2 new trophies. There, perfect. But we're not done yet. I told you in the last episode that if that one got 50 likes, I would do a special challenge, and that was to MLG water bucket from build height and without a totem. And oh boy, did you guys deliver. So I've just got to get some of this. Oh man, that's always so satisfying. Craft up some of these. That should definitely be enough. Pick a spot and start building up. Perfect. make our way up towards the top. And let me tell you guys, this thing is a really high climb, and I've had a lot of time to think about how terrible of an idea this is. But you guys earned it. You got the likes, so I'm just gonna have to suck it up and do it. Okay, so let's put the water bucket here. Let's take off the totem, take off this totem. I really don't think the feather falling is gonna help me from this high. Oh my god, the view is really nice though. Are you ready? Okay. Let's do this. This could be the end of the world. This could be the end of the world. Oh my goodness, we're getting close. We're getting close. We're getting close. We're getting close. Wait a second. What is this? I got you guys. I really did do it. You'll see the clip here right about now. We're getting close. We're getting close. We're getting close. Spam. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I made it. I made it. So I landed it, and thank you so much. Of course, thank you especially to Effect Unknown for getting number 50, the 50th like on that video, and also to Tim Be Nice for pushing it out to all of his followers. That was a huge help for pushing it over the top. I've thought it over, and if this video gets 50 likes, we're going to be fighting the Wither out in the open, close to our base. Oh my goodness, nothing could go wrong there. But you might be asking yourself, Tater, what are we doing over here? There's snow all around, and this is thousands of blocks away. You can see right there in the coordinates. And I did link it. You can see there's a portal right behind me over there so that we can get here easier. But we're getting close to the holiday season. And with that, I thought it would be really nice to have a little bit of a vacation home. So I thought, what better place to have a winter vacation home than this beautiful, cozy, wintry village here. And I did see some villagers running around, so maybe we'll have some company. But although these houses are nice and all, I haven't looked through them. Although these houses are nice, I think we can come up with one that's even better, just for us. Something that we want to go to on vacation for, right? So I played around in creative, and I was going to do like a little bit of a log cabin or something like that, which is what my intention was. And then I got a little bit carried away. So I was thinking somewhere maybe like on this hill so that we can look down at the village, and oh, this will just look really, really nice, I think. I've got to get a little bit of terraforming done though, and then I'll get right back with you with the plans. So fast. I trucked over a ton of supplies. The big thing that I didn't have was mangrove, but we did pass a swamp on the way here, so that was pretty awesome. So I even grabbed some propagules so that we can grow some more back at home. And then the snow, which I've got this awesome guy over here helping us out with. But with that, I think we're about ready to get started. 3, 2, 1, go. I know I said that the creeper farm build from the last video was the biggest tower I've ever built, but this one has to be the biggest detailed build. I thought of it a few days ago when my good buddy Earth Twister was streaming from his world, and I remembered the houses from an old Christmas movie that we watch every year, Santa Claus is Coming to Town. Right after the stream, I jumped on my computer and found a picture of Santa's house, and immediately got to work in creative trying to transfer it to Minecraft. I'm so happy with how it turned out overall. So what do you guys think of the build here? This is so crazy, and you can see I even tried to add a little bit more depth by putting some stone or cobblestone walls in a couple of places. And this was so much fun. But as you can expect with any of my builds, really, the inside is completely empty. I have so many plans for this area. We're going to be spending quite a bit of time over the next couple of weeks in this area here, not only finishing the interior for our giant vacation home, but also building around here. I've got a really good idea in mind. I don't want to spoil it right now, but I think you're going to love it. Can always use some of this. Very nice. And we've even got our first visitor. Hello, sir. I'm moving in. Don't mind. You can come in anytime. I don't think there's anything in here that you would want. You're probably way more interested in my bed and my workstation, but that's okay. Hey there, Tater Tots. Today we're back in our hardcore world on Minecraft 1.19. And in this one, we're building an epic ski resort in Minecraft to celebrate the holidays. I was just admiring this awesome winter vacation home that I made in the last episode. By the way, if you haven't had a chance to watch that one, I also killed the dragon using wooden spoons. It was crazy. And before I got started on our ski resort, I knew that I'd have to get a ton of materials. And now that I've killed the dragon, it was time to go conquer an end city to get elytra and my first shulker boxes. Here's how that went down. The first thing I did was work on getting some rockets. After all, what good was elytra if I couldn't fly? I made my way to the end and went through the gateway. When I landed on the other side, I was incredibly lucky to find an end city with a ship within viewing distance. I can't make this stuff up. While I'm risking my hardcore world in the end, now is a great time to get in the spirit of the holidays by hitting that subscribe button and the notification bell. Thanks in advance. I made my way up to the ship, took out the shulker inside, and got the elytra. Then I made my first shulker box and went up to the top to take my first flight in this world. Then I got to work looting the chests and getting as many shulker shells as I could out of this city. It got pretty scary at times, but in the end, I conquered the city and took off for home. I got home, fed Roy, and found the perfect place for my 2 trophies. Finally, I put unbreaking and mending on my new wings. So that brings us to today. So let me show you what this was able to do for us. You see, I've got some shulker boxes here. I've got my wallet, which is a green one, where I'm just storing, my diamonds and stuff like that. Also, you see, I still have 17 more shulker shells. I also have some for totems, for wood, redstone, food, rockets, and then just a utility one where I can put any kind of tools, like, extra stuff like that. This is going to be huge for the projects to come. Much better when it comes to, actually being able to visualize what we want this to look like, but it's not good enough. It's not good enough. Here's what I need to do. I need to build up this mountain a little bit more. If this is going to be a ski slope right here, let's face it, this is not going to attract a lot of people here. So let me work on building up the mountain and then I'll get right back with you. That was a lot of work. And yes, I did get a little bit carried away. Let me show you what I did. If we hop into free cam here, you can see I've raised the mountain up quite a bit. It's actually a pretty tall mountain now. I didn't want to go any higher because I didn't want it to dwarf our castle, our vacation home too much. But you can see I've already got our ski run going. I kind of planned this out. It was a little bit too steep to have it go straight down. So I really like this idea, plus it gives a little bit of adventure. They start up there at the top, they come down, and then right down here, they've got to do like a little bit of a turn. Otherwise, they're going to run into these gates right here, or these fences right here, and then come down here. I'm trying to think of where I want the actual ski lift to go. I'm thinking on this side, maybe. On this side, just because this is kind of unusable part of the mountain. So I think that's a perfect spot to actually have the ski lift go up to the top. This snowman, by the way, let me show you something. I have definitely got my use out of him getting all these snow blocks. That's been huge because it's like an infinite number of blocks that I can use for something like this. I love it. I'm going to have to repair my shovel if we plan on doing any more snow blocks because it's about to die. The first build that I want to do, the actual build for the ski resort, is actually going to be the ski lodge, which was inspired by the first Kringle house in Santa Claus is Coming to Town. I really like this build. I love how it turned out. I've already done the interior and stuff like that. Speaking of interiors, what are you doing up there? Come here, come here, come here. Let's do this. Let's dance. Let's dance. Get, oh. Anyway, let's get started on the ski lodge. 3, 2, 1, go. So what do you think, guys? Oh, I love this build. Like I said, I modeled it after the first Kringle house in Santa Claus is Coming to Town, and I just think it turned out really good. Let me show you what's going on inside. All right, go through the door here. By the way, it says lodge right there. We might come up with something a little bit more creative than that. But this is what I did for the interior. So this is a registration. This is where you'll go to get like your lift passes or to sign up for the cottages, which we're going to go over later. Yeah, this is a little desk behind there. I really like this. And I tried to put some paintings around. I'm not really good with paintings, but it is what it is. When you come in through here, this is why I have the fireplace here, because, you know, people are going to come in here, not just to register, but also to hang out and warm up in between their ski runs. So we've got a nice fireplace right here just to kind of keep them warm and cozy, as well as some seating areas here so they can, take off their boots, warm their toesies, and that sort of thing. If we come through here, we've got some seating, well, not really seating, but some tables that people can stand at. And then over here as well, people can come over here and just kind of hang out, look out the window, that sort of thing. If you come over here, this is like the bar and restaurant area. Tips appreciated, of course. So, we'd have a bartender or some sort of waiter or something like that back here, giving everybody their hot cocoa and their steaming hot bowls of chili, I guess. I don't know. Something warm to warm people up. And then they can come over here and hang out with their friends and family. I love this area. But we're not done, not by a long shot. We've still got to build the cottages, the ski lift, other amenities for the resort. Before we get into that though, in the last episode, I said that if that video got 50 likes, we'd be fighting the Wither out in the open near my base. Well, unfortunately we didn't get there, but I'm going to lower the bar a little bit for this one. If this video gets just 40 likes, I'll make an 8-hour video over the next couple of weeks of me conquering all the end cities that I can. It's going to be a ton of work, but hey, it's a small price to pay for all the support you've given my channel this year. But first things first, I'm going to come over to this little wooded area over here and let's go a little bit further away. I don't want to damage the landscape too much. Hello, bunny. He was racing me. And I'm going to chop down some of these trees because I'm going to need some materials to build those cottages. I did save, some of the materials in my pockets. I put them in shulker boxes so that we could get them and recreate those. But I want to make more than just the few that we tore down when we were preparing the area. So what do you think, guys? This one took me, you would not believe how long this took me. But I love it. I absolutely love it. Let's take a little bit of a tour. If you look over here, we've got 2 rows of cabins here. And if we go in them, it's a very simple, super simple cabin. They've just got a bed and a little fireplace in them. But they're going to be spending all their times on the slopes, right? So they don't need all this. Right over here, I've got a little bit of an ice skating rink. Now this ice is super slick, so you got to watch out. And I would recommend wearing skates. And that brings us over here to our lift. And oh, this was tough. This was really hard to do a lift in Minecraft, but I think we pulled it off. You've got the little, places where you sit to take the lift all the way up. This isn't the bunny slopes, okay? This isn't a little disc that you sit on attached to a rope. You actually have to go sit in the lift chair and go all the way up to the top. And that's not all, guys. I actually did it. Take a look at this interior. Now it's fairly basic, but you've got to remember this is our vacation home. So the first thing that you get is a hot tub. Be careful, you can hit your head. And then over here in this corner, we've got a nether portal. I haven't linked that up yet. That's on my to-do list, okay? It's on my to-do list. We've got fire to try to keep, keep the area warm and kind of fuel the hot tub. That's really nice. And then over here, this tower over here is actually the bedroom. So we've got a little bit of storage, a crafting table, some paintings, armor stand. I really like this. I really like this. We could take it up and do something up top, but I don't know. If we do that, we'll save it for a different day. And then if we go upstairs, you've got a little bit of a balcony so you can watch people in the hot tub because that's not creepy at all. And that's basically it for over here. I decorated it a little bit. I couldn't think of anything to do up here. After all, you're not going to be eating in here. If you want to eat, you just go over there to the lodge where they've got a restaurant and all that kind of stuff. Ooh, then we've got this. A beautiful balcony. Take a look at this. Oh man, this is awesome. Hey there, Tater Tots. Today we're back in our hardcore world on Minecraft 1.19. And in this one, we're going to be getting super rich by building an unlimited gold factory. I'm just over here repairing my tools at the raid farm and filling up my totem shulker box, or as I like to call it, the box of immortality. Like I said earlier, we're going to be building an epic gold farm in this episode. After all, I'm planning on building a mega base on that hill over there, and I want to be able to show off my wealth. Good morning, Roy. How's it going? Here, I've got a treat for you. Right here, the good stuff. We got the salmon. There you go. Good kitty. By the way, it's so much easier to get around now that I have Elytra. The only problem is keeping up with the rockets since I have to collect all my sugarcane manually, but maybe we can do something about that later. Now to make the iron farm, I'm going to need a ton of materials like glass, magma blocks, and redstone components. Let's get started on gathering those things together. The first thing I did was head over to my trusty desert for some sand. While I'm heading that way, now is the perfect time to subscribe and hit that notification bell if you haven't already. It really helps me out. I filled some shulker boxes with sand and headed home to smelt them into glass. In the meantime, I went to the nether to get as many magma blocks as I could. Finally, it wouldn't be a hardcore adventure without having to chop down a bunch of trees. Maybe we should do something about farming wood in the future, but that's a problem for later, Tater. So then we made our way up to the nether roof to get started on today's main project. Alright, so here we are, and now that we've gotten all the materials that we're going to need for this build, the next step is finding the right location. In order to build a gold farm, what you want is a nether waste biome, and luckily, right here in front of our portal, that's exactly what we've got. Now, I just need to make sure that all the pieces of the gold farm, and it is wide, are actually within the... Hello, sir. Let me see if we can get him mad. Oh, he's mad. He's mad. Look at him go. Look at those little legs go. Get out of here. Get out of here. Anyway, so I just need to make sure that we have an area where the gold farm can fit because it is really big. So I'm going to walk around, make sure that this will work, and then I'll get right back with you. So right about here should be just about fine. We have to go 107 blocks in the air, just like that. And we are really high up. Good thing I have Elytra because this could be really dangerous. All right, are you ready for this? 3, 2, 1, go. This gold farm was designed by Mango, but it was updated for 119 by Hoppercraft. As always, I'll leave a link to the tutorial in the description. The reason I picked this farm design was mainly because I've never done it before, but it also looked like it had awesome rates. On top of all that, it helps that you don't have to deal with golems or turtle eggs, well, because I'm lazy. I like this one too because the zombified piglins spawned really quickly and filled up the mob cap. That means there weren't many ghasts trying to ruin my day. Looks like I'm just about done with this project, so let's take one last look at the finished build and then we can test it out. So guys, this one took me a while to do, so if you're looking for a really quick gold farm, maybe this isn't it, but let me show you what we've got here. Okay, so let's look at what we've got here. I've got an end chest here just so that I can transport the gold very easily. That's nice. We do have a bunch of storage around, and we're probably going to end up upgrading this because there's no way to filter out, currently, there's no way to filter out, you know, all the things like the rotten flesh and the swords and all that kind of stuff. But let's go up here. So this is an interesting area. What you've got to do is you come up here to one of these corners and then you jump on here and then you can actually see all the piglins. So if we were to shoot one, let's say this one right here, this should activate it if I can actually hit them. Okay, so now all these guys are not doing anything at all. So maybe nobody saw. Everybody, oh, there we go. There we go. Here they come. And they're coming from all 4 layers. And, oh, yep, here they are. Beat. So they come down there. There's a bunch of minecarts down there that kill them instantly. And I'll see if I can turn this down in post-production because this is really loud. But as you can see, I'm getting a ton of experience. And as you can guess, we're probably getting a ton of gold in there. I wonder if I hold my looting sword. This has looting on it, right? Yep. If I hold my looting sword, I wonder if I'll get better rates. You guys let me know in the comments if that's a thing with this style of kill chamber. But now I'm going to set my timer for exactly 1 hour, go eat lunch, and we'll see what kind of rates this actually gets. And we're back. Congratulations, ladies and gentlemen. Let's try to fly out of here to reset the aggro because I'm not going to be able to talk through this. I'll tell you, about 30 seconds into that timer going off, it occurred to me that I was trusting my hardcore world with some person named Hoppercraft that I'd never met before, and it kind of freaked me out a little bit. But we did an hour. We did a whole hour. So I'm just going to fly out here just a little bit further just so that, you know, we reset that aggro like I said, and then we'll head back. As you can see, we got to 189 levels in that hour, which is absolutely bonkers. I think we started at like 81 or something like that. Man, that's crazy. Got it. Landed it. Pro skills. We can just pretend that we didn't see that cut, all right? Perfect. Okay, so let's take a look in the oh my goodness, great. You gotta be kidding. Oh, look at that. Obviously, this storage system is not going to work for the long term. This is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. So basically what we've got to do is somehow right under here start filtering out all of the rotten flesh and the swords and just have them go into lava or something like that. And then we can just collect the iron ingots and the gold nuggets. I think that'll be good. But we've spent entirely too much time in the Nether today, so I think it's time to go back down to the overworld and tackle something that I hinted at a little bit earlier. And if you don't remember exactly, and that's perfectly fine, I mentioned getting a better solution for sugarcane. Well, I think now is the time. Come on, land it, land it, land it, land it, land it. Pro skills again. But before we get into all that, in the last episode, I said that if that video got 40 likes, I would release an 8-hour video of End City raiding. Well, you knocked it out of the park once again. Keep a lookout in the coming weeks for that. I'm about halfway finished as of this recording right now, and let's just say it's been crazy. Now, if this video gets 50 likes, I'll plant a poppy field near my base that has 1 poppy for each subscriber on my channel. It would be a lot of work, but I think it would be really fun to watch the field grow along with my channel. Want to make it even harder for me? You can always hashtag tell your friends. A few episodes ago when we built this gunpowder factory, I showed you all this extra space in the tower. I think this is the perfect spot for a sugarcane farm. Okay, I did a lot. I did a lot of preparation. So you see I added a roof here. That's because we're going to be doing water as our collection system. And I definitely don't want, our redstone to wash out or anything like that. So if you come up here, I'll close ourselves in here. What you see as this dirt is kind of the idea of what I have for where the sugarcane is going to grow. And then each layer of the farm, we're going to have multiple layers, is 3 high. So if you look at this pillar here, anytime that you see dirt, that is another layer of sugarcane. So we can actually get 6 layers going up here. And I think that's going to be really cool. It took me a while to get all these pistons and observers. I had to break down some nether quartz and do all that stuff. But I'm not going to make you guys suffer through another time lapse. I'm just going to get to work on this, and then I'll let you know when it's done. When I plan these things, it always just seems so much easier in my head. Let me show you what we've got going on here. Okay, so if we go straight up here, you can see this is our sugarcane farm. You see me in free cam right now. Now, we're only able to get 4 layers. I miscounted. These layers are 4 blocks high instead of 3 blocks high, but that's okay. I think this will be fine for our purposes. And then if you look down here, this is our collection system. So it comes down this little waterway, goes in these hoppers, comes over here into an auto dropper circuit, gets shot out here, and this is probably my favorite part. It took a long time to do, but I think it looks really cool. It's not centered, but I'm actually okay with that. I think it adds to it. And who knows, we might add more farms up there in the future, and if we do, we can have pipes going out in other directions. But anyway, this comes straight down here, comes through this roof, and into our main area here where we collect our gunpowder. And then we've got 3 chests right here, perfect for sugarcane. And I think that'll be plenty. If we need to expand it, we definitely can. Little bit of this. And through the magic of editing, voila! I've been able to get some pretty awesome things done in this video, like the Mega Gold Factory and a sugarcane farm for the Rocket Factory in the Industrial District. Hey there, Tater Tots! We're back in our hardcore world on Minecraft 1.19, and in this one, we're at the base solving a problem I mentioned in the last video. It wouldn't be a hardcore adventure without having to chop down a bunch of trees. Maybe we should do something about that in the future, but that's a problem for later, Tater. Before we get started on building a wood empire in this world, I need to get my hands on a beacon. I haven't gotten any wither skulls yet, so that means a trip to the Nether Fortress. While I head that way, now is the perfect time to hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you know as soon as new hardcore videos come out. After a much longer time than I'd like to admit, I got the 3 skulls and went to get things ready to fight the Wither. I made a nice area down in the deep slate levels and made sure I had everything I'd need. After all, I wasn't going to fight it with no armor like my buddy Earth Twister. So there I was in the heat of battle without knowing if this was the final quest that would end my hardcore world. But let's face it, the Wither fight in Java is way too easy. I attacked the three-headed monster over and over to get its health down. At one point, I was really nervous that I'd wither away as I watched my hearts disappear. But in the end, I struck the final blow and the beast was defeated. I took the star and returned home. We're gonna need the beacon later. Hey Roy, we made it! We fought the wither! It was fantastic! Here, have a fish. Good kitty. Now it was time to gather materials for my sawmill build. You know, I think it's the silliest thing that I have to chop wood manually just to build an area where we won't have to manually chop wood anymore. Now I've got the materials together, and I think right across the river from the industrial district is the perfect spot for the sawmill. So now let's do this thing. You know what time it is. On your mark, get set, go. I took lots of inspiration from Google Images for this build, but I ended up combining them all together into something I'm really happy with. I mainly used dark oak and oak for the building, with a little bit of spruce thrown in for good measure, just to get that rustic feel. I feel like I got a splinter just looking at it. I absolutely love the water wheel on the side, keeping everything running too. Looks like I'm just about done, so I'll see you in just a second. So take a look at this, guys. I love this build. Actually, let's start outside. I think that's the best place to start. So you see we've got a little bit of a storage area over here for some of the wood that we've collected. I did some texturing on the ground between dirt and coarse dirt and then a little bit of gravel kind of to show a path. If we come out here out front, we've also got some wood stored and lighting and that sort of thing. And then here, so this is something interesting that I thought of. So other people have probably done something similar. But I use grindstones as kind of like wheels or rollers because I imagine you're kind of pushing the wood along to get the stripped spruce here, and then we use stone cutters at the bottom just because those saw blades, they're menacing, right? But they would do something like that. And then here on the other side, this is where we're storing all of our stripped wood. Man, I love this place. Up there might be, you know, a break room or something like that for the workers, maybe a place to sleep because I imagine they don't have the best working conditions. And then we've got storage all around, actual storage with barrels. I think there's some back there as well. But I think there's something that we're missing with the outside of this picture. Let's see if we can add it right now. There it is. Take a look at that. So we've got our barge down there, and I also added that crane over there. So basically that area here, let's go over there just so I can show you. Okay, so if we come over here, this is the holding area for the wood that's been processed or that's going to be shipped or whatever, and then it gets moved out here or out here somewhere. Anyway, the crane picks it up and then it puts it on the barge. Man, this is awesome to take it over to the industrial district or anywhere else in the world where they might be trading. Maybe that village over there. I don't know. But I know what you're thinking. Tater, this build is fine and all. That's great. But how is this going to help you actually get wood and stop doing things manually? Let me show you. If we come in here, I figure probably somewhere like in this back corner or something like that, I'm going to have a hole that goes down, oh, good shovel, goes down really deep where I'm going to have an automatic tree farm down there. But before we get into that, in the last episode, I said that if that video got 50 likes, I would plant a whole poppy field for my subscribers. Well, you didn't quite get there, but you know what? This is my way of thanking you for believing in me, so we're going to do it anyway. Luckily, we have plenty of poppies from the iron farm. I just have to find a field to plant all these in. And after a little bit of flying around the base area, I think I found the perfect spot. Okay, this is going to take me a little while. I'm going to get to work and let's see what the finished product looks like. Man, that looks awesome, and I'll continue to grow it as we get more tater tots. Actually, that's a good idea. If any of you out there know how to retexture poppies to look like tater tots, that would be awesome. Let me know in the comments, Twitter, Discord, wherever. By the way, I'm still grinding away at that 8-hour End City raiding video, so keep a lookout for that. Now, if this video gets 50 likes, I'll keep a book of my favorite comments from each video and showcase those comments as well. Not a bad way to get a shout out, so you know what to do. There we go. There. Awesome. First beacon. Now we'll put this bad boy right there and we'll go boom, boom, boom. Yeah. So guys, you have got to see this. I was digging down from, up there as you do, and look at this giant cave that we've got here. And it doesn't end here. I've been trying to light it up, and I've been trying to take out these guys. I'm out of torches, so I only have one left. But there's still guys spawning. Get up, get up, get. Okay, first shot. Anyway, look at this. This is giant, and I still have to go just a little bit deeper, by the way. I have to go down to basically level 0 for this farm. I wasn't thinking about how tall it was to try to put it underground, but I'm going to continue doing this. We've got to do something down here in this cave at some point, though. Whew, guys, this took a long time to dig out, especially because the last, probably 10, 12, 15 blocks or so digging down, the beacon wasn't helping me anymore, but it is what it is. We got some really cool stuff. Check it out. So lots of resources, and there were more, so much rotted on the way just because I wasn't, and we even got some diamonds, by the way. I did have to repair my stuff once because both of these pickaxes were almost done. But the hard part's done, I think. Now we just have to build this farm. I tell you what, guys, this video, I've done more projects than I think I've ever done in any video. I spent a lot of time on this, several hours. I was up late last night, and I don't know if you know me, but Tater staying up late is not a thing. But let me show you what we've been working on. I'll flip this up and, oh my goodness. Just kidding. So this is it, guys. This is our tree farm. Now, look, I know it looks ugly. I get it, but think of this as like behind the scenes. It's very industrial, right? No safety precautions, that sort of thing. So you'll notice I've got signs everywhere, and that's because this is a very complicated build by IanXO4. You may have seen Grian built this very recently in Hermitcraft, and it is awesome. This is an awesome tree farm. The only thing that it doesn't do very well or at all is 2x2 trees, so like spruce and dark oak. So spruce will be fine, but dark oak we're still going to have to do manually. And I'll give you a little bit of a demo here in a second, but there's something that I need to discuss first. Typically, when I start a Minecraft world, one of the first things that I do is set up a skeleton experience farm. But we didn't do that in this one because what we found instead was a triple cave spider spawner. So bone meal for a farm like this is a problem. So to tackle that, I created this, a bone meal farm. Let's flip this on. Now the frame rates do get pretty low with this running. It's just part of it, I guess. But I built a moss-powered bone meal farm, and I apologize if it's getting choppy. I really do. If we come up here, you can see that moss is getting generated. This is completely self-sufficient, so part of the bone meal that this generates, and I'll turn this down in post, part of the bone meal that this generates goes back into the farm so that, here, I'll show you, right here, so that it can continue running, but a lot of the bone meal also goes back into our system. Ow. So if we go back up here, you can see this right here is our bone meal chest, and bone meal is coming in, which is really great because we don't have any other way of getting it. So let's switch this on, and you'll see really quickly some TNT is about to fall and start exploding things. You see that? Oh, goodness gracious, that's so scary. Okay, so let's head up there. Need to give ourselves bone meal. So there we go. So if we go here. Oh, okay, really, you have to do this really quickly. There we go. That's the correct way to do it. So you put your saplings in your offhand and then your bone meal in your main hand, and you just hold down the right click. That's literally all you have to do. And as soon as it gets blown up, you plant another one, you bone meal it right away, and there it goes. So there, I've switched it off. Let's see what we've got here. 1, 2, 2.5, 3. Yeah, over 3 stacks of spruce, and I did not run this long. I ran this for like 5 minutes, so this is really good. I am really happy with how this whole episode turned out. But that's all I've got for today. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe if you'd like to see more. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. See ya.